Pandora's box is about to open wide.
Welcome to Pandora's box, everybody. Oh, did you guys realise last week there was like a small audio glitch on the show?
An audio
Is that
glitch?
so? Yeah, there was like a small audio glitch, so I just want to say, sorry to that for any friends of the pod out there. It was like, we're sorted out with Craig now. Craig is basically like our head techie guy. But there was like some weird issue. Do you know what? I can't even remember. I can't explain it, do you know what I mean, in like the tech speak that Craig would be able to say.
Was it something doubling up?
No, it was something to do.
It was like a buffer.
It was where like the monitor that we record the show into, like, didn't recognise something. Like, it didn't recognise like the server or something like that. The Grandmaster, because I remember I was joking about the Grandmaster. I was like, mate, this is like some Dungeons and Dragons sort of stuff going on. But anyway, we've sorted it out, so now there's no like issues or anything like that. But sorry for last week, for last week's show if there were any audio issues for anybody. But we have addressed them, so this show should go without a hitch. But I was pretty intrigued. Just as we were starting the show, we were talking a little bit about World War II. And Perry Doe Greenleaf over here, Imogen, was saying she was sharing her. You should literally have like a history with Imogen show. That was, honestly, it's like so entertaining just talking to you about stuff.
If I ever have to do like a show on my own for whatever reason, I've got two people that I could get on and like talk to about like history and stuff like that would full on go like in depth, like my brother, and I'm sure my granddad would have his opinions as well. Yeah. Oh,
nice. Well, I'm already intrigued. But you were saying and I was like literally stop there because I want to talk about this on air because I thought it'd be really funny. You were saying that your granddad has some views about like the French. Is it specifically to do with World War II or what?
I think I try not to talk to him about it because he gets so angry.
Right.
But I think it's like, it must be like a generation thing because most people like around his age that I've asked have that little thing, and his like family, I think it's stemmed from his like parents or whatever, I don't know, like his brothers also felt the same. And he has really big feelings about the French from World War II. I don't know if it's them in general.
Specifically World War II?
I think it's from that, but just in general. He's like really like
what he doesn't like the French.
I don't think he like if I said to him, "Oh, I've bought us tickets to go to Paris," he'd go, "You can throw them in the bloody bin. I'm not going." Like
well, France is a bit like a prostitute, isn't it? Do you know what I mean by that? Like from a distance, it might seem like a good idea, but then once you went there, you just feel a little bit like dirty and misled.
Do you agree with?
Is that what it's like when you go to France?
There's some. Paris in particular. That's what Paris is like.
I've never heard someone say that before.
Paris is like a prostitute.
Oh, it is so beautiful. And,
seems like a good idea if you're like single and you're like, I just want something fun to do.
Moulin Rouge.
But as I said, you go there,
dirty.
You feel misled, you feel dirty, and you regret it. So. That's my.
Apart from all the cigarettes you got in the boot of your car and the cheap wine that you're bringing back,
and some French bangers. Yeah. I remember my mate Lar would always bring back loads of bangers from France, and we just spend like weeks just blowing stuff up.
Yeah, it was cool. You could get stuff over there that you just couldn't really get here. You know, different rules.
Yeah.
Well, I've only been to Disneyland in Paris, so that's kind of like a more jolly place.
It's funny because I mean I really I really feel for your granddad with this, right? And do you know what? I came from a similar background of almost, I feel like, partly I was raised like it, partly I watched a lot of, there was this really good show on when I was a kid.
Sharp.
At IMO, called Sharp, and it starred Sean Bean. Do you know who Sean Bean is?
No.
She doesn't understand any of our cultural references.
Really
one of the greatest, one of the best
Rings?
Actors of. No, she hasn't seen it.
She's never seen Lord of the Rings.
Do you know what she said?
No.
She said,
we need to do a watch
thought
party.
it was too long.
It seems long and boring.
This is
it's
the thing,
not
though.
boring.
Is this a younger generation thing? As in, like, you can't keep your attention on something for too long.
Well, it depends what it is.
Maybe.
Like, I can't.
Like a film. Like, I love a good long film.
It depends. Like, if I'm going to the cinema, I can sit in the cinema and have my attention on the movie the whole time. But if I'm at home, there's so many distractions around that I just get, like, distracted.
But it's so good. The thing is, though, you told me that you love the Harry Potter movies, right?
Well, love Depends who you're asking.
You
If
like
you
them?
ask, I like them. My mum seems to think that I'm obsessed with Harry Potter, but I'm not. But
Can we just say the other day? Who did I say that you were like on Monday?
Who did you say? I was like,
Think.
oh, Bullwinkle.
No.
You always say that. You always say that.
Right. What are we talking about right now?
Harry Potter.
What? Who did I say you were like on Monday when we were doing your show?
Oh, Dobby.
I was going to say Dobby. That's hilarious.
Oh, great.
Dobby the house off.
I said that Imogen was like,
Great.
yeah, I said that Imogen was like, Dobby the house.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
Yeah, see,
I can't do the
Yeah.
accent though. You can do it
that was
better.
pretty good. That was
You
pretty
can
good.
do it good.
Can I?
Yeah, you
Did I do it the other
you
day?
did it, yeah.
Well, like, Dobby's a bad elf.
Yeah, Dobby's a bad elf, a bad elf.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you're like our very own little Dobby. But
Oh.
but sorry, getting back to my point, right? So, but what's the difference between say watching a Harry Potter movie and watching a Lord of the Rings movie, apart from the fact that Lord of the Rings is better?
Because Harry Potter's got fit people in it.
Are
Not
you
the first one.
what?
Or the
Are
second
you
one.
seriously trying to
The
say
last one.
you think Harry Potter has better looking people in than Lord of the Rings?
I've never seen Lord of the Rings, so I wouldn't know.
You're comparing frickin' Daniel Radcliffe and that little ginger kid to like frickin' Orlando Bloom, Viggo Mortensen,
I don't
The
know
Bean,
who they are.
Sean Bean. Mate, Gimli's
Show me
frickin' better
pictures
looking
and
than
I'll-
Harry
show
Potter.
me
Come on.
pictures and I'll decide. I'll show me pictures and I'll decide.
Mate, like women of our generation, Drew, went frickin' nuts for Legolas, didn't they? And Aragorn, to be fair.
Wasn't that one of his
But
like,
it's-
first movies as well? And it really, really kicked him off.
Yeah, I don't think I'd seen him in anything before. And then after that, like right off the back of that, he got like Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff.
Oh,
didn't
I
he?
like
So-
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, is his name something like something Turner, like Turner?
Will Turner?
Will
Yeah, that's
Turner.
Legolas.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah, that's
There you
he's
go.
hot.
Lord of the
Can't
Rings.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
better
And
than
also
that.
the chicks in it. I mean, what you got, Mrs.
Ah,
McGonagall or whatever her name is. Compare that
Oh,
to
yeah,
like,
but she's hot.
compare that to like Galadriel and Arwen.
Mrs. McGonagall.
Hey.
What about Dumbledore?
Potter.
Do you like Dumbledore?
Get me a bit of Dumbledore.
Yeah. You want to
The
fondle
first
his
one or the
hairy ears?
second one?
All
First
of them.
Dumbledore. Yeah.
Both.
They were both cool, weren't they? I think I preferred the
First
because the
one I
actor that
did.
played the first one died, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
Yeah.
epic. He was
like
epic.
after the first movie. So
Yeah.
I think it was slightly before the first movie, and they just used bits
Really?
of him. I think it was just before it finished.
I can't
don't know,
remember the
that might be
actor
wrong.
that played the first one, but yeah.
No clue.
Anyway, getting back to the original point, right? So yeah, Sean Bean plays Boromir in Lord of the Rings, but he
Yeah.
also was in a really good show called Sharp in the 90s, and it was all about the Napoleonic War,
Oh yeah.
which is obviously about when Napoleon Bonaparte had his like little French Empire. His little French Empire was actually really big, and obviously ended up battling the British
Yeah.
and several other countries, but
Wait, was that before or after the big they shall eat, let them eat cake
what?
thing?
What's that?
With the Louis, was it?
King Louis?
Was that after or before?
Would have been after.
Okay, I thought so.
Because the French Revolution. It was
Yeah, I
after.
thought-
It was
okay.
after the French Revolution.
Okay, I thought it was. I was just checking I wasn't
Yeah, so after the
off on
French
my
Revolution, Napoleon Bonaparte came to power,
yeah.
basically. So basically, obviously what the French Revolution was about was that the French didn't want... they basically abolished their monarchy, and they haven't had one since.
Oh.
So then Napoleon started his empire, where he was the top dog. It's a bit weird, though, in a way, isn't it? Because he was essentially an emperor, but it's I don't want a king. Emperor's all right, though.
I'm going to do that.
Don't
Over Bridgewater.
We'll become Empressimo.
Yeah.
Empress
Hi, I'm
Kim.
Empress-
I'm going to rule it. I'm going to start by conquering the college, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to take over everything else.
And if they say you can't do this, you're just going to be like, whatever. That'd be because that's one of
Whatever.
that's Imogen's trademark. Trademark
yes.
Yeah, so-
Lemon
Lemon hand, yeah, old lemon hand, Imo.
Great.
But so in the 90s, great program called Sharp. Sean Bean stars as this British soldier. Basically, his job is to kick the French butts, kicks the French's butts.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it was a great show. Got super into it. But he refers them to the French a lot in the show as froggy.
Oh, okay.
You dirty froggy. And for a start, that's just a really fun thing to say
Yeah.
as a human.
Yeah.
Not as a chihuahua though. And so partly that, and also I come from a family that was like really into history.
Yeah.
Right. And I think because historically you got to bear in mind as well, like France, if you say like take the last 1,000 years of British history, France have been like by far our biggest enemy on the whole. So even though in recent memory they haven't been, because obviously everyone thinks in modern history, they think of like World War One, World War Two, where it was like Germans, bloody Germans. But you've got to think before that, really, Germans actually historically were more like our allies, but we had like, 100 Years' War against the French, Battle of Agincourt, Battle of Hastings, where like the Normans invaded and then like conquered like Britain. So there's like a lot of animosity. They're historically
like one of the closest like countries to us, though.
Well, of
course,
course,
it makes sense.
It's only separated by the Channel.
Yeah,
and I can never remember, but like the Channel, it's like shortest bit.
2 miles or something.
It's yes. I mean, it might be a bit more than that. I'm not sure. Should we quickly look it up?
Yeah.
How what's the shortest distance in the English Channel?
But yeah, if you're classing like Jersey and Guernsey, then it's like even shorter, even closer. So, not that far away, are they?
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they'd be the one that you're fighting the most. It'd be a bit stranger if it was somewhere like
21 miles apparently.
Australia or something.
Yeah, 21. Yeah.
Oh, that's not. That's.
But it's still not far, is it?
No.
2 miles.
That's like less.
What am I on about?
Yeah. But it's still less. It's still like way less than from like here to Bristol, from Bridgewater to Bristol. Sorry.
Could
Obviously
you swim
not from
that?
here to
You could swim 21 miles.
People have swam
yeah.
it. People have swam it. Yeah. I can't remember who the first person was to swim the English Channel, but yeah, people have swam the English Channel. Yeah. Should we look up who the first person was to swim the English Channel? Just because while we're at it,
didn't the French like conquer us, like William of Normandy? And
that's what I said, the Battle of Hastings.
Oh yeah,
when the Normans conquered.
I forgot they were the same then.
Yeah.
I learnt about that in history as well for like 3 years. So
it's really interesting.
It's crazy.
I think that whole period of history is so interesting.
Matthew Webb.
Like the bloody code in that's cool.
The bloody what?
The bloody code.
What's that?
You don't know what the bloody code is?
No.
Oh, it's like the code where like basically is like a law, like basically everything was punishable by death.
Is it?
It was in like the medieval times. Like
who implemented that?
Don't know who implemented it. Couldn't remember. I haven't touched any.
When you say medieval times, what you think like 1200, 1300?
Yeah, around then. Yeah, or was it around then, or was it from the Tudors? Might have been from.
That's later.
It was either from there or the Tudors. Around that, somewhere around there. You've started or finished at one of them.
17. That's a lot later. So that's
was it?
Yeah, that's not medieval.
Oh, I got told it was like
medieval,
closer to the Tudors. But it's like everything's punishable by death.
That's probably why I don't know too much about it, because I'm not going to lie. I don't know too much about the Tudor period, like relatively speaking. I know that things like
200 offences, so like 200 offences were punishable by death.
They're all stupid though. It's basically everything.
Like stealing sheep and things like that. Reasons for its establishment.
Sheep, you will die.
Defence of property.
But it's like horrible death
violence.
stuff. It's like proper like public. Basically, their main things when someone had done something bad was to give them like public humiliation. It's because nothing was worse than humiliation except from death. So if
you can mix the two together,
yeah, exactly. So public humiliation and death. So not only you're like destroying your name, you're also dying. So it's like two of the worst things.
You're like not only do I feel like a right wally, gonna die now too.
It humiliates your family as well.
Yeah,
because
sure.
like
Shame.
Their name is like, it's like, oh, you're related to them.
Is shame.
Like, yeah, literally. So.
Shame the name. Yeah, it's interesting.
I haven't like actually properly briefed on any of this in a while. Like I'd have, if I wanted to get like all the facts 100% correct, I'd have to like get my history books.
Do you remember who Henry VIII's first wife was?
Wasn't it Catherine?
Catherine of
Aragon.
Yeah, Catherine of Aragon, yeah. She was Spanish.
Yeah.
Talking of the Spanish. Yeah. Apparently she was really cool. I always think she comes across as a really cool lady. Shame that,
beheaded. No, divorced, then beheaded.
Yeah.
Then died.
I can never remember. There's
divorced,
there's that little
survived.
saying, isn't it? Yeah, that's it.
Divorced, beheaded, died, divorced.
Yeah, I'll look into that. But did you say it's called the Bloody Law?
The Bloody Code.
The Bloody Code. I'll look into that more because that sounds quite interesting. But
I did in history in secondary school. I did like a whole topic on crime and punishment. So from
that sounds really cool.
Maybe it was from. I think it was from the medieval time to the early modern. That's where I got to like modern.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, that's where I got confused because I had to like think of what it was.
That's cool.
I haven't done it in a couple of years, like since obviously when I
Yeah,
was in
yeah,
my
yeah.
GCSEs, so I can't quite remember.
No,
it,
we can't
but-
remember everything, can we? I'm
No.
always forgetting stuff. Like stuff like I would have known like a year ago. I'll think about it and I'll think I can't remember like the details.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
literally.
mean? Like the same I did. You have to like constantly revise stuff, really, don't you? But yeah, I know that you did say it, Drew, but you said it under quite quietly. Yeah, so Captain Matthew Webb was the first person to successfully swim the English Channel unaided, completing the feat on the 24th of August 1875 in 21 hours and 45 minutes. Starting from Dover, England, he swam to Calais, France, proving that the once thought impossible crossing could be achieved through endurance and skill.
That's not even a day.
He must have been 23 when he
noted.
done that as well.
23?
Yeah, because he died in 1883, and he was 35. So when was that? 75? Did you say 1875 when he swam it?
1875 he completed it, yeah.
So yeah, he would have been like 23.
That's probably a good age to do it, wouldn't you say? Yeah, pretty hardy.
What
when you're
year did they invent swimming?
I don't think anybody invented swimming. I think swimming's
It's
just probably something
there
that
since the start.
we wouldn't know because, do you know what I mean? It's probably one of those things that like
But if
prehistoric
you search
people.
up when did walking get invented, like
No.
there's a time,
Not well, yeah, but it didn't get invented, did it?
I suppose.
Well, like, and also like
Someone probably
every
thought they
animal
invented
can walk, like, but it just snakes can't, but they slither. But like, do you know what I mean? It's
it.
just
Every animal can walk. You proved yourself wrong.
well, yeah, but you know what I mean,
All
like.
snakes gone.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, every animal has a mode of transport.
Yeah.
But for creatures that do walk, they just either walk on 4 legs or 2 legs.
Yeah.
So, like, before we evolved to walk on 2 legs, or at least our ancestor did, they would have just walked on 4 legs.
Well, when do you reckon handstands were invented?
Invented is the wrong word, Imogen. You can't... It's not like somebody just did a handstand one day and was like, I've invented the handstand.
I would.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like somebody just did
And a
it.
cartwheel. Oh my god. What about a backflip? Who did the first backflip?
I reckon it was your ancestor.
Imagine.
I reckon your ancestor did the first cartwheel anyway.
That'd be well cool. I can't do a cartwell.
Well, letting the side down then.
No, I
aren't you?
used to be able to. I used to
Yeah?
do them down hills, and now I can't do them.
Or just non-stop. just non-stop until you
Wish.
get to the end.
No, I wish.
Like you were like the human wheel.
I wish. No, it
That's your
wasn't that
nickname.
long. The human wheel.
Yeah. But what did you say? Like when did? Well, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's
Swimming.
quite interesting to ponder. Like who was the first person that got in the water and like
Yeah, there you are. That's
like-
a better way to say it.
yeah, and like started like moving about and was like actually.
But
I
some
can
people
just keep
can't.
myself
Yeah,
afloat.
but some people can't swim, so surely
Yeah.
swimming would have had to be invented some form.
There's some
even though
tribes
it's
that
not,
live
it's kind of just like a.
in-
Invented
water.
is
or right near
Sorry,
the
man,
water.
what did you say?
There's some tribes that go like diving super deep into the water, and their lungs have
Yeah.
actually developed
we've
differently.
talked about.
so
Do
they,
you remember we
yeah,
talked
they-
about it?
yeah, they can handle pressure. So they've almost like evolved differently. So they because they've apparently always just lived there as a tribe.
They live on
So,
like
like-
rafts, don't they?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and dive down to get certain. I can't
Fish.
remember what it was. Yeah, fish and certain like types of like what are they called like crayfish and stuff like the like
yeah,
scampi.
shellfish.
Mm.
Fish and shellfish.
But they can go.
Yeah.
super
We
deep.
talked about them on the pod ages ago. Yeah, it's like this like tribe of people, and they've like evolved to be able to like hold their breath for like insane amount of time underwater,
That's crazy.
and they've basically turned into like slightly amphibious people,
Oh, that's sick.
like the movie Waterworld with Kevin Costner. But you don't know what that is, do you?
No,
Yeah.
that's so cool though.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that, like a mermaid.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
That's cool.
but not so glamorous.
Do you know something crazy as well? So that guy who first swam the channel and died when he was 35, he died because he tried to swim through the Whirlpool Rapids but below Niagara Falls.
Oh,
So like that's
brutal.
so it's crazy to think like he was the first person to like swim the channel
That
and
is
he kept
stupid.
swimming, but like when like
Well, that's pretty stupid.
got
Why would you swim
pulled
under a
into a
waterfall?
whirlpool and just
Well, he was
like,
chasing the dragon, wasn't he, Mo? He was chasing the dragon. He obviously accomplished his. You got to bear in mind,
Kraken.
they got to say, like, considering they said that they thought that swimming the English Channel was impossible, so he obviously proved that it was possible.
Oh, so he was trying
And then
to do
from
it
there,
again.
he must have just been like, right, do you know what? This is going to be my thing.
The whirlpool
I'm going to be the
rapids.
guy that can. Yeah, I'm going to be the guy that like swims stuff that people think is impossible. And then I guess, like a lot of people in life, you eventually bite off more than you can chew.
And he did it pretty
Flew.
fast.
Flew
Yeah.
to
The
flew
Niagara
close
Falls.
to the sun.
That's a nice place to die. Niagara Falls.
Do you reckon that's what his last thoughts were? Oh, well,
Yeah.
at least
Ah,
it's
this
a
is
nice place
nice.
to die.
like
He's-
Ellie,
oh, no!
Carl and Ellie
Oh, a
from
nice place,
Up
though.
would be really happy.
Sorry, who?
Carl and Ellie from Up.
Who were they?
The old people in Up.
What's up?
The
That-
Disney
oh, I know that
Pixar
movie.
movie Up.
I don't know what
with the balloons.
Makes you cry like in the opening first 5 minutes. Yeah.
Carl and Ellie.
That's not
They'd
hard for
be
me,
proud, wouldn't they, Drew? They'd be well proud.
You look so like outraged. I don't know what that is.
I can't believe.
Hey, you don't know any of my
sounds good.
freaking references.
Yeah, but this is Disney. Your daughter would love this film. She'd probably
All right,
bawl her eyes out.
I'll put it on for Evie.
She'd probably cry. You got to watch though.
Yeah, of course I watch stuff for my daughter. Yeah. But do you know what? This is just to show you what a cultural thing, like the cultural differences. She doesn't know, or she didn't at least until the other day, who System of a Down were or Incubus.
Mm.
Isn't
Wait,
that
who are
crazy?
they?
Remember those bands I showed you?
No, I can't remember.
It was 2 days ago, Imogen.
It's gone.
It was 2 days. She doesn't
My
even listen to what I'm
memory's
saying.
no, I do, but my memory's not very good.
Do you remember? I showed you a song by. I played a song by a guy called Serge Tankian, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he's the lead singer of System of a Down." And you were like, "Who are they?"
Oh yeah, and then you played me some of the songs.
I was like, their most famous song was probably Chop Suey.
Yeah,
and I was
then
like,
I listened. Oh yeah, I remember.
and then
that.
I said like, oh, in like 2002, 2003,
Chop
they were
Suey.
like massive.
Yeah.
And then I played an Incubus song as well, and she didn't know who they were, and I was like Brown and Boyd and that, and blah blah blah, and like showed her some of the songs. She was like, oh yeah, it's quite good.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Because I remember saying Chop Suey.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo.
That's the trigger for your memory. Just
Chop Suey.
Chop Suey. Getting back to my original point from 20
Half
minutes
hour
ago.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's cool. No, we're so bad for branching, especially me. But yeah. So getting back to the French thing with your granddad.
Mhm.
So I watched a lot of Sharp. My family were very into history, so they would obviously like tell me about how like the Battle of Agincourt, Battle of Hastings, all this stuff. And also, I went on the French exchange in year 8, and I just had a bit of like a bad experience.
Yeah.
I got put with a bit of like a weird family,
Oh, that's not great.
and they were a bit crazy.
What were their names?
The boy was called Frederic. I can't remember any other members of the family, but they were like really extreme, very very strict and very extreme, and I just wasn't used to that.
Oh, what like
And
traditional values?
They were very very religious. They were very much like like we don't watch telly past like 6 o'clock in this house, and they didn't. I remember like I don't know if this was a strict rule, but at least it seemed like it to me because I didn't have a single like warm meal while I was there.
Oh,
it was all like weird cold food.
That's weird.
And obviously, I'm not saying that the French don't, because obviously I've been to French restaurants. I'm not trying to brag. And like obviously they do. I'm not saying that French people don't eat warm food, but for some reason they didn't. Like that family didn't.
They haven't been to French restaurants.
But it was really weird, and like as like I probably wouldn't object to it so much now, but as a 13-year-old, I remember just thinking this is gross. It was all like just like almost like weird salads, but with like strange sauce on, and I didn't know what the sauce was. But
I wouldn't have
you know when you're a kid and if you don't know what something is and you're a bit unsure about it, you just instantly put off. Yeah. You've got quite like a plain.
I'm still like that.
Yeah, you definitely are. But you've still quite like a plain palate, haven't you, when you're that age? And it was all just like weird cold salads with like weird cold dressings, and like but with like a little bit of like cold tuna or something. And I was just. Man, honestly,
that's great.
I always find it hilarious how much of a different experience you had to Josh, because that was like one of Josh's best weeks of his life, and it's like one of your worst weeks of your life.
Yeah, so Josh, like Bullwinkle's oldest brother, so we went on French exchange together. I got this like mental.
Oh, he went with you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we went. Obviously, it was like a school trip.
Yeah.
So I got put with this like extremist, like religious, like really strict, weird family. And like the freaking woman on the last day I was there, she like started like crying in front of me and stuff like that, and it was like really intense.
What, she like would miss you?
No, she thought that like it was almost like a failed experiment, and then she like started crying and got like almost like a bit frustrated and was almost like cry shouting at me. Not shouting, but...
Do you have any idea what she was
frustration.
saying?
Yeah, she was sort of like... She started like... She was like, oh...
You put the accent on it, and she was sort of like...
She was sort of like...
I lived there for a week, so I know.
Yeah, I can speak French. I'm like, it's like hello, you know that
That's
program,
crazy.
hello. But, yeah, I remember like I went into the kitchen, I was like, just want to say goodbye. And then she was like almost like a bit like intense, and then she just started like crying, was like, I tried so hard to assimilate you to this family, and you spent every night up in your... for some reason I'm talking Italian.
Yeah.
She's like, you spent every night up in your room. and everything like that. And she was just like, yeah, but basically going on how she just didn't think that I'd like assimilated into the family and everything, but was like a bit crying about
But
it,
it's
but like
not
very
your
frustrated.
family, so.
And I was just a bit like, whoa. And then I was just a bit like, okay, oh, thanks. Yeah, sorry about that. Bye. But,
As
and honestly, I was like
words.
walking out of the door like, thank God I'm never coming back here again in my life. Do you know what I mean? But, Josh, meanwhile, had this super cool, chill, rich French family.
That's lucky.
The kid had like a basketball court at his house and like a music room with like a full like drum kit and guitars.
Josh
and
loves
everything.
drums.
Yeah, Josh loves drums, and
he's like low key
Crazy.
drummer on the down low.
and they were like, yeah, and they were just like super chill, cool, like rich French people, and like apparently every single day, because they were just like, yeah, Josh, you probably won't like what we're having for dinner, so we're just going to take you to McDonald's again. So like every day,
That's crazy.
they take him to McDonald's and buy him whatever he wanted on the way home.
No wonder he had a good time.
And then he'd just go home and like play basketball and play the drums until he went to sleep.
No wonder he had a flipping good time.
I know.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, I was having this
your
like
chords
traumatic
nailed
experience.
He didn't live it out
done your
properly.
homework.
Yeah, and she was like really strict as well. She'd like make. I'd had like
God.
little bits of like homework, and I can't remember what it was really. But she'd like make me like sit at the table and do it, and I wouldn't be able to like leave
She was
until I'd
giving
done
you
it.
like the full like proper like if you lived
Yeah.
in France, like what you get from like if she was your mum.
Oh, it was
type of
awful.
thing.
But I'll tell you what, that kid Frederic, that kid I was saying, man, he was like a beaten down lad, man.
What do you mean by that?
Like not physically, but you know when you can just tell that someone's had like the life essence like crushed out of them.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Poor
He was
bloke.
just like this. It was like any spark he ever had in him was just long since removed, and all was left was just like impotent, sad, obedient boy.
Oh, bless.
You know.
Wonder what he's doing now.
Probably very miserable.
Is that thunder?
I just said that, and then there was like a thunder crack. That was like really hilarious. It was a shame that didn't pick up on the mic. But
Oh, he's
do
gone really
that's
evil.
crazy.
you know what? I might try and look him up. I remember his last name as well. I can't say it on the air.
No.
Imagine if like he got like abuse from people.
Shout it out.
Oh yeah, you're that weirdo that Calum stayed with. I remember his first name was Frederic. I do remember his last name, but I won't say it. I might look him up,
Yeah.
and then I'll just sort
Search on Facebook.
I'll give him a little stalk.
Do Facebook and Instagram. You never know what he's down on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I could imagine he'd be like on LinkedIn only.
Yeah.
Maybe Tinder.
That's the sort of, do you know what I mean? LinkedIn only, I
Yeah.
reckon. That's what if I had to guess, he'd be a LinkedIn only guy, you know?
Yeah.
Like a very smart.
He's got a Twitter account where he's like bashing that kid that stayed at his house
Yeah.
and made his mother cry.
Yeah, he hates the English. He just full on hates the English.
Just hate each other.
But
So
he
that
loved it because obviously.
solidified your hate feeling for France.
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah. Because I just thought, well, it's to the point nowadays that like, so Josh now his latest car that he owns is a Renault, a Renault Kadjar,
Yeah.
and it's a French brand, Renault. If you
Oh,
didn't
is
know.
it? I didn't know that. No.
And he correctly, apparently, like Josh told me that when they picked up the car, they were like chatting about the car. And I guess I don't know exactly what Claire, that's Josh's missus, like said to Josh something like, "Oh yeah, like I don't know if she said like what do you reckon your friends would think of it, or like, oh, you looking forward to showing your friends it, or something like that." And Josh was like, "Calum won't like it," and she was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Because it's French." And then he told me that he told me that like he said that to Claire, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right. you know, I just wouldn't buy a French car."
Fair enough.
To be fair though, it's not just because of that. They do have a reputation as not being very good cars, to be honest.
Yeah. My
I
granddad.
would never buy a Peugeot.
I
or
don't
anything.
think he would either. To be fair.
Mm.
But like he's just got very strong feelings about them. Like I don't even know like why.
I want to have a rant with you
Nothing's
about the French
happened,
with
like-
your granddad.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't shut up about it for like a month probably.
Also,
I love him to pieces. But
also-
even my if you mention the French to him, my nan's like, please don't. So
I want to.
God.
I want to. I want
Have to
to. I
get
want
Gramps
to
on the
release.
pod.
Yeah, I want to
Oh,
release. I want
God.
to release the dragon. I want to release the dragon. Yeah, as I said, not the best cars.
No,
But
Yeah,
like-
I had a
I have
Peugeot
nothing
and a
against the
Renault, and I
French.
didn't like either of them when I had them.
yeah,
Just as cheap little runaround cars when I was younger.
yeah.
But nah,
Yeah.
weren't too
I
good.
personally have nothing against the French.
Look, obviously, I think that you should take everyone as an individual. So obviously, partly in jest, I don't actually like in a serious way hate the French.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, obviously, I think you treat everyone like an individual. So if I met somebody like I thought that Manon was sound.
yeah,
She was really
cool.
sound. So,
She was a bit of a
Drewster-
feminist for me, but
was she?
Yeah,
Harry Pitts, you mean?
No, well, maybe. I didn't actually see her pits. But,
Imogen straight away then was like, oh my god.
Why is that the first thing that you thought of?
Like-
hairy bits.
Goes hand in hand. Come on.
oh, you were just a pig, just
Oh, you male pig.
you want us to cook all your food for you, male pig. Like the kind of. She went on a
Right.
real big rant one day about something like that, and I was like, oh.
And you were just a bit like,
yeah.
right, yeah. I just remember having a real cool chat with her about
But
prog
she was
rock.
cool.
She liked like King Crimson and stuff, and I was like, yeah. And I
Yeah,
was, like,
Toby
loads of
really
music.
missed a trick with that man.
Yeah.
She wanted to like move away with him and all that stuff, and he just had they were just living in this like horrible little place in like one of the scabby parts of Bridgewater, and
good.
and like and she's like, oh my god, like I'm just here working at like this cellophane factory or something like every day.
Whoa.
And do you know what I mean? They both just worked this like crappy job and stuff, and
Yeah.
they'd met each other when they were traveling and stuff. And she was like, I'm going back to France. Like, you should come with me. There's like way better work there, like and stuff.
Yeah.
And
I remember like asking her when I was chatting to her about where she's from in France. She told me she's from this really nice coastal town. I think did she say like in the south of France? And obviously
Yeah.
the south of France is like really nice. Like the north of France, I always think of like not so good. I mean like
because
Paris
you get
and stuff
so
like
many
that.
different
but-
kind of like so much different nature all around France. Like different areas look very different and stuff like that. So
And
some real
obviously
pretty
there's not really like much of a difference or any difference really between like the southern France and say North Italy, because obviously it's like, I mean, apart from the fact there's obviously a border and one is technically Italy. Like, do you know what I mean? If like it's one of those things a bit like say like the north of England and Scotland. Like if you live say like 10 miles north of the Scottish border,
Can you get
or
similar
10 miles
trees?
south of the, do you know what I mean? It's like it's
Yeah.
the same. It's pretty much the same land. Like, obviously technically you're in different countries, and it's the same thing with say southern France and northern Italy. But I remember she was telling me, I think she comes from this like seaside town. I think in like, this might be completely off because this was like a conversation I had with her like 5 years ago or something. But in like the southwest coast of France or something like that. And she said it was this really nice like seaside town. I remember thinking, oh, that sounds pretty nice. And she said it was just like really sunny and like sandy beaches and that. So yeah, comparing that to like working in some smelly factory in Bridgewater.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
this dingy little flat. Not very nice, is it? Yeah, you might regret that one day, but who knows?
Yes, but now
Like that.
he's kind of went all travelling and done some crazy stuff since then. I think it like gave him a bit of a kick up the butt and was like, and then he stopped. So it was almost, I feel it's almost like a bit of a waste because they were really good. They were like really
to go
nice
travelling
couple
together.
and that. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like, he's ended up just going anyway. He went over to America and like worked with his friend in America for ages, and then went South America and stuff. So like
Yeah.
different places, but he's like kind of gone and like not stayed here anyway. So yeah, it's just
maybe they just
bit
weren't
mad.
right for each other, man. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe they just weren't right for each other, like, or maybe just it was like a complacency thing. Who knows?
Mm,
You know.
mm. Who knows?
But,
man? Last of the eater.
What were we saying before? You were saying about oh yeah, I was just saying, yeah, you obviously take everyone else that comes. Like, yeah, I wouldn't like meet a French person and be like, I don't like them because they're French. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even stuff like cheese, you know, I'd much rather have a cheddar than like a smelly French cheese. You know, wouldn't you?
To be fair, I don't really like the smelly cheeses. I only like normal cheese.
What? Yeah, but what do you mean by normal cheese? There's no such thing as normal cheese.
Like the ones that
Cheddar.
don't stink.
Do you like cheddar, or do you think that's
Yeah.
too smelly?
No, I like cheddar.
But it smells a bit like feet, though, doesn't it? Some people
I
say.
Nice
don't
brie.
sniff feet.
You don't?
No.
Oh, sorry. No,
I don't like brie either.
I'd misinterpreted you.
Great.
I'd misinterpreted your character. But so basically, what you mean by normal? You mean you like British cheese?
Yeah, but I also like the American one in like burger cheese.
You like plastic cheese? Plastic cheese from McDonald's.
Only like
Cheese that's not cheese.
No, yeah, I do.
You like
yeah.
cheese that's 50% plastic.
I used
Yeah.
to only eat that cheese when I was little, and now I've actually grown up. So now I eat normal cheese.
Do you know what's one of the
proper
almost like
cheese.
grossest things I used to eat when I was younger? And I look back on it and I'm like, oh, I used to love them as well when I was a kid. But I would not in a million years buy one or eat one nowadays. Is those like Rustler's burgers?
Rustler's burgers, yeah. I used to love going around your house because you'd always have about 5
Yeah.
Rustler's burgers in the fridge, and I'd be like, bang,
Little
have one of
fatty.
those, whack it in
Little
the
just-
microwave.
Mate, anything that you just like that's supposedly meat or whatever that you literally just stick in the microwave for 60 seconds
I've never had
and then you
one of
just like
those.
chuck on this little plastic slab of cheese
Yeah,
and it's like when you're a kid, to me, like at the time, it tasted really good. And the fact that it was so convenient, I was like, this is banging, you know, like this is bang.
burger.
I think back on it as well, and it didn't
Burger.
like regardless because I used to get the
Chiparo.
chicken ones and the cheeseburger ones, and like when I think back on it, like neither one really tasted like a chicken burger or a cheeseburger. Like the chicken, just the texture of it wasn't like chicken.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like a bit rubbery.
Yeah, and almost like it would almost like fall apart, but like
In a
in your
different
mouth,
way.
but not. Yeah, it wasn't chickeny. It wasn't
Yeah.
like you could tell they'd made a good job of making it look like chicken. I remember it even had these almost like fake char grilled lines on it, and that so it looked like a grilled like chicken breast or something. But man, it just a bit weird. And like just how plastic the cheese was and the cheeseburgers and that. Just man, that must have been so bad for you. I mean, God knows what the macros were like on that, but I bet it was like
I ate loads of those as well when I was younger.
But it was like 100 grams of fat, 80 grams of carbs, and like 5 grams of protein. Do you know what I mean? Like how to get fat, how to get heart disease and diabetes. Anyway, French people.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, eh?
I had a banging cheese the other day that I think was
Keep going back
French.
to that.
But it was you know, like cream cheese, so like real soft cheese that you can just whack on a cracker or just like as like instead of butter on bread or something for a sandwich, and it's just a bit
whack
like
on a cracker. Whack
it on a cracker with a bit of normal cheese as well. But that was banging. It was like 3 types of cream cheese like mixed together in like a circular like wrap thing. Like
Oh, nice.
That was pretty banging.
Oh, nice. Nice, man. Sounds good.
Cool story, bro.
No, mate. I'm up for it. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Here for the cheese.
I'm here for the cheese, y'all. I'm here for the cheese.
Yeah, 3 for 2 in Tesco if you're ever in Tesco.
Oh.
Just loads of
If
mixed
you're
choice,
ever in
random
Tesco.
cheese.
You know what? I think Tesco's is an underrated supermarket.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's the only big one here as well.
Is it? Oh, you're lucky, mate. You're lucky. I think Tesco's is so good. Whenever I go there, because I don't really go there often because like the closest ones, like, you know, we don't have a Tesco in Bridgewater.
No, we only have like the Tesco Express, the little ones.
Yeah, and you're not going to go there for your food shop, are you?
No.
They have one in Taunton, so if I'm ever in Taunton, I go to Tesco's.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm on my way home and I'm like, oh, I need some stuff, I'll always be, oh, yeah, let's go to Tesco's. Yeah, I definitely think it's better than like Sainsbury's and
Yeah, do you?
and like Asda and stuff, definitely.
I quite like Lidl's.
Lidl's is good.
Yeah.
See, I never go
Especially,
in
the
Lidl's,
bakery.
but,
Lidl's
like,
is good, I think.
Yeah, I want to try it.
Yeah, I do think Lidl's is a good one.
It's great, yeah. I think my parents do
Aldi.
like a mixture of places. They go
Right.
to like Asda, Sainsbury's and Lidl's. They get like each bit from each because they have like certain bits they like from each one. Like
Do you know
one
what?
for the veg, one for this, one
I
for
literally
that.
do the same thing, but I get my meat from M&S. That's
Yeah.
like the expensive one, and then get certain stuff from Lidl's and
My
certain
parents
stuff
would
from
never buy anything from M&S.
Why?
Only because it's like,
just as expensive.
yeah.
Yeah, but you get what you pay for, don't you? And it's really
Yeah.
good food, really tasty.
Yeah. Have you seen they've got like is it the birthday cake? Is it in M&S or is it somewhere else?
What, the Colin
the
the cat
birthday,
fella?
the birthday cake sandwich.
No, but that sounds cool.
Like a meal deal sandwich, like
That sounns
birthday
pretty cool.
cake one.
Dang.
That does
Looks
sound
pretty
cool.
gross. It's got like strawberry stuff in it and like filling thing, cake thing.
Nice.
Don't know what.
Do you want to
That
know
is-
something pretty cool about Japan and energy?
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard that Japan is leading the way with energy harvesting floors? They literally, it's like, so they've like
What?
lined their streets with this like technology that converts the
Footsteps.
pressure of the footsteps of people walking around into electricity.
That's crazy.
Isn't it amazing? And obviously because like on the steps in the
Did it
cities,
on the road?
there's literally millions of daily steps. It's literally just turning human movement into a renewable energy source.
Get it on the road as well, because like a lot of cars. So
Yeah, that's a good
Mm.
point.
mixture of cars and people. Then it's like
Cars are
everything you're doing is giving back.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Mm.
good point.
Cars are really heavy as well. Yeah.
Good
So-
point.
Oh, give me the credits. Copyrighted. Give me the
Oh.
idea.
Emo's idea.
I deserve money for it. I'll let you create it, but give me the money.
Have you guys ever heard of a doctor called Dr. Barry J. Marshall?
No.
He was convinced that a bacteria called H. pylori caused stomach ulcers, but no one believed him. And since it was illegal to test his theory, obviously, on any other human, he drank the bacteria himself, developed ulcers within days, and then
Oh,
treated
God.
it with antibiotics, and then went on to win a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh,
Wow.
God. He had trust in himself.
Yeah, he
believes
obviously.
in
Well,
that
he
one.
obviously like was like, I know that this is the case, but like people just were like, nah. Yeah.
Put your money where your mouth is. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Dr. Barry J. Marshall was an Australian physician. He hypothesized it originally in the 80s that the H. pylori bacteria caused stomach ulcers, challenging the belief because originally people thought that stress and diet were the primary causes. But nobody basically believed him, and as you know, he couldn't test his theory on humans, obviously for ethical reasons. So, undeterred, he conducted a daring self-experiment to prove his hypothesis, and it was in 1984 that he ingested a broth containing the bacteria, and he quickly developed gastritis and ulcer-like symptoms. Pretty cool.
Well, go him. That's great.
Yeah.
Lucky for some.
Yeah, I mean, it's just cool when you hear stuff like that. It's a bit like when you hear about, when antibiotics were invented and stuff. It's it's just...
and penicillin and all that.
Oh yeah, that was the one, wasn't it? Penicillin was the one.
There's a really cool program that's got this like surgeon in it, but it was like back in the day, and it was it was like an old English guy, and it was when they first were discovering like what could kill the bacteria on your skin, like for surgery and stuff, and he was like. He was kind of like pouring it on himself and that to they figured it out from a dead body because something spilt on it, and on the around the area it spilt on the dead body, it had like cleaned all the wound and everything and kind of like made it not go really bad. So they were like, oh, that probably kills the whatever goes bad in in wounds when we like cut things and stuff. But yeah, you can imagine it was like a lot of experimentation like that, like people
like
going
TCP sort of thing. That's that sort of thing. Was it?
Yeah, it was something quite simple like that, but they just didn't use it on surgery back in the day, and it caused loads of infections. And then as soon as they figured this out, they could just do surgeries like way more successfully because
instantly sanitize everything. Yeah, that's well cool. I wouldn't be surprised if you've heard of this, Drew. Have you heard that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has announced that doctors in the United States will now have to learn nutrition?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so he announced that medical students will be required to learn nutrition to battle chronic disease, highlighting that 7 out of 10 of the top chronic diseases are nutrition-related in some way. He said, and I quote, "In the future, doctors won't just prescribe drugs. They'll be able to prescribe diets as well." Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I could never get around his voice, man. Like I'd watched loads of like speeches he would do and stuff, and I was thinking, I can't imagine him being like president.
Yeah.
Like like that. I know it's just a tiny thing because it's it's not.
Doesn't affect like his intelligence or anything
what
like that,
he's
or his
saying,
intentions,
anything like
how
that.
just
just
he
like,
is.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I guess it's like quite important to like, because one of the main things I guess you do is like head of state is like address the nation.
Yeah.
And if you can't articulate your words very well, then that's a bit of a blow, isn't it? It's a bit like that. That's what that movie, The King's Speech, is about, isn't it?
I've never watched that, but I want to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. But I think Colin Firth plays like essentially like Queen Elizabeth's dad, didn't he? Like King George, and he was like had like a real bad speech impediment.
He had all this speech therapy for this speech to like, and he got through it, didn't he?
Yeah, but apparently it was like really stressful for him, man, and it took like a long
I've
time.
heard about that.
Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. But Robert F. Kennedy Jr. went on to say that every future physician should master the language of prevention before they even touch a stethoscope. And he said, we can reverse the chronic disease epidemic simply by changing our diets and lifestyles. But to do that, we need nutrition to be a basic part of every doctor's training. He said, we'll start by embedding nutrition directly into college pre-meds programs and testing it on the MCAT. But I thought that was really, really cool because I do think definitely like there's too much of a separation between like prevention and cure, like in medicine in general. And I think that I just think that's silly. I think that needs to change. It's a bit like, you take a car, and it's like the emphasis shouldn't always be on like what to do if your car breaks down. What if your car breaks down? Should it? It should be what can you do to stop your car from breaking down? And that's just very simply almost like the analogy I would use for it. It's like if we're taught like almost like how to be healthy, or like just like how to be healthy and to prevent, just to have the information available to us of like, doing simple daily things can like lower your risk of all-cause mortality by 70% or whatever it is, then that's really worth knowing, rather than just like, obviously if most people aren't naturally into it, then, if you go to your doctor, rather than them just throwing you some antibiotics or whatever, or some other drugs, maybe they could give you a little bit of just advice, of like, or and a bit more like sound advice. And
what's got you here?
yeah, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure there are like some really good, there are some good doctors out there that actually do that off their own back, but they're not taught to be like that. Do you know what I mean? That's like the difference, where it should be like a staple, shouldn't it, of like that profession, I think. Rather than just trying to solve everything with painkillers and antibiotics. And,
always the medicine.
And chemotherapy and just,
And just sitting at home and waiting.
Yeah.
Just, you're going crazy. Just sit and wait for it to be over.
Yeah.
He's definitely ruffling some feathers out there in America. I've seen like some things about like loads of people are trying to oust him and stuff because because he's almost going after a lot of like the food companies and that because of the amount of crap they're putting in their food and making things illegal, like to even put in food like numbers and they're obviously making so much money off people doing it the way that they're doing it. And what's the other thing that people do in government where they like the companies pay the people in government to get things through and stuff? I can't remember what it's called. There's a word for it, and he's basically stopping all that, trying to like stop all that, so it's not about like the monetary interest of being able to get things through and that,
Yeah. Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because it's like, I mean, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist when it comes to food, but at the same time, it's like a fact nowadays, isn't it? That like take two big things, for example. So, we know that I'm pretty sure that this is right, unless this is just one of those things that's been like thrown around so much, and I've just believed it a bit gullibly. So please look
That'd be funny.
So look it up over, look it up, do your own research on it. But I'm pretty sure it's a fact nowadays, isn't it? That like Kellogg's, like basically paid. Like the science industry, like scientists basically
lobbying, that's what the word is.
Lobbying, that's it, yeah. That like Kellogg's paid off like scientists to release fake studies back in the day saying that basically that fat was bad and that everyone should have like a diet high in things like Kellogg, like cornflakes and like sugar and stuff like that. And it actually has like led to like a generation of people like that, the generation following that, or the generations following that, had like the highest numbers of diabetes like in history and all this stuff, because obviously like lots of sugar consumption causes diabetes, and obviously fat was really badly demonized for about 50 years, maybe even longer, 50, 60, maybe even 70 years. And it's only really coming out now again that like actually like fat in like moderation, as long as it's not like trans fat's like the nasty fake fat that you get in like McDonald's and stuff, as long as it's like natural fats that you find in like like meat, eggs, like olive oil, things like that, like some fruits like avocados, like it's like, and things like nuts, like it's not only is it like okay, but it's actually like some of them are really essential for your diet, essential for your health. So it's interesting, isn't it, that you've got that. So you've got that, like the whole Kellogg's thing. So that's I guess I do your own research, because I'm not saying like I know that 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's a fact. And the other one is I remember us getting showed this in school, Drew. I remember like a lesson where we got showed it. And I don't know if you ever did, Imogen. Obviously, it's you went to school a lot later than us, but you remember that it always used to be that food triangle?
Yes, I got showed that.
And it would be like, right, this is what the most of your diet should be, and then it should be this, and then it was like, it used to be that like grains should be like should make up the bulk of your diet. Like it was all, so like grains being all like, again, like cereals, breads, things like that. And that was taught, like that was like, should be like 70% of your diet or whatever. And then after that, it was something like vegetables and fruit. And then after that, like the least one was like meat and fish and
it's
dairy.
Like the other way around for me.
Yeah, whereas it's like the other way around is way better. Like I think like for me at least anyway, I think like getting like your healthy proteins, and also you can get your healthy proteins and your healthy fats in at the same time, so that's really good. Like you can get like a nice
better.
like steak
at the same time.
Steak
cooked in butter.
Yeah, like fish in moderation, as long as it's not too much, because obviously like mercury and stuff. But like, as having like some fish a couple times a week, some mackerel, some salmon, really healthy fats. As long as getting it from a good source and stuff like that, preferably like line caught, all that stuff. And then after that, to me, like the priority then is like, you know, wide range of nutrients from like fruits and like, you know, salad, veg, you know, so that sort of thing. And then after that, you know, that to me, like the least important thing is anything else other than that, you know. The good thing about obviously say like fruits and vegetables as well is, yeah, again, you know, you can get all your carbs from fruits and vegetables, so you don't need to take in like grains and that. And I'm not necessarily saying all grains are bad, but
so are grains like wheat and things like that, like
yeah,
like bread,
so like anything that you would
wheat
use to make bread and like you know, like I guess like cereals and things like that, like. You know, and as I said, I'm not saying that all of them are bad. I don't think that's something like, say, like just a Weetabix would be like. So, do you know what I mean? It's like, if you look at it, there's no sugar in Weetabix.
You did it or not? I wouldn't be able to tell you whether it's changed or not since then. Like the actual thing,
right?
I know that I've seen it, but I can't remember.
But I think, but my point is, I think it's a fact nowadays as well that was like some paid off job.
Oh, okay.
So that was like paid off by like the. Like
I don't know
if the grain industry is the right word, but you know what I'm getting at. Yeah. It was paid off by somebody because it was like they had basically paying people off for a financial incentive. That was the idea of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think you know, and even though I did say I don't think that say things like Weetabix are like bad for you, I just think still, even though I don't think they're necessarily bad for you, I still think that eating like potatoes would be like a better carb source, like a sweet potato or a baked potato.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that would be like a better carb.
I don't really
source.
like potatoes.
How can you not like potatoes?
They're just too potatoey.
You don't like any form of potato.
I'll eat them, but I'm not a big fan.
What? So not mashed or potato, not roast potatoes.
I have it, but I'm not a big fan. Like I'll eat it, but
what's your preferred tato?
None. Anything that doesn't. You can't really taste the potato.
Do you not like roast dinners?
I like roast. I had one for dinner last night. Actually, I like roast dinners to an extent.
Roast potatoes,
but I only ever have one roast potato.
Hell yeah!
And it can't be like too burnt either. Like it needs to be like.
Sorry, your roast potatoes can't be too burnt.
Yeah, I don't like burnt.
I like a crispy potato. I like roast potatoes and like goose fat. That's what I really like. Roast potatoes and goose fat.
Yeah.
So flavoursome.
You sound like Santa then.
Do you know what? It's funny you said that because I always tell Evie that my job when I'm older is going to be to become the next Father Christmas.
Oh.
That's what I tell. I tell her that when I get to like a certain age, I'm going to turn into the next Father Christmas. So maybe it's actually happening.
Maybe you are going to.
It's the early stages. But I can't believe you get like potatoes. To me, like potatoes are like such like a joy.
I like with chips. I like skinny fries because you can't taste the potato. I'm just not a big potato fan. I'm really picky eater.
You are so picky, aren't you? I can't believe some of the things.
I like potatoes so much
really
that yesterday, and I did a real nice spag bowl, but I just cooked it. I just cooked a baked potato and like put loads of butter and that in the baked potato, and then had the spag bowl on
with a lot of butter in the
potato.
Mate, that is hilarious. But I can like picture.
It was banging. It was like different to a normal spag bowl, you know, without all the pasta and that. I was like, I just want a nice baked potato instead of the pasta. Or Meg did actually, and I was like, all right, I'll do that. Then I was like, yeah, this is banging. Just loads of butter and loads of cream cheese inside the baked potato, and then just all of the spag bowl on top with some cheese crumpling. I have so much dairy, it's crazy. But I think, that's when it's good quality and like you know, like nice butter. I like cook most of the things in butter, like most meats and stuff, and then. Yeah, lots of cheese in that. I don't know. I don't feel bad from it. I feel good from it, and I'm not super fat, you know. So it's like
I'm not super fat.
I've got a little bit of a tumpit, but
just a bit of like for hibernation.
Yeah, I've got a hibernation tumpit, but I've always had it. It's always been there since school, you know.
You said that when I sent you that picture the other day, didn't you?
Yeah.
I found that picture on my phone of Drew in his pants, and then like this like suede waistcoat. And he's like looking at the screen. He's got really long hair, and he's like, and he's got his glasses on. Yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah, it's a good one, that, isn't it? Do you still love that waistcoat?
Nah, man, don't know where that is. I used to love that waistcoat though.
Isn't it weird when you just don't know where things?
Yeah,
find another one.
Yeah, I need to find another one. That was like a charity shop find. That was years ago.
Oh, nice.
But
man, gotta love.
Yeah, it's so annoying when you've had like amazing clothes in the past and you just don't know where they went, or you just haven't got them anymore. That's happened so much to me.
Oh man, yeah, me too. Like the amount of like hoodies.
Yeah, I've got
and,
most
like,
of yours.
Jackets and you've got. But to be fair, I've given them to you. So they've become like too small for me.
Yeah.
So,
In fact, this shirt here is a is a Calum
that's a hand-me-down.
As you can see,
That was
it's a
literally
little bit too big for me.
Yeah, that was literally like a Christmas present as well, and I literally only like tried it on once, and it was just too tight on me, so I was like, no, I can't wear that. And then I thought, well, before I give it to like a charity shop, I'll see if anybody like.
But it's just very friendly like that.
Yeah, and it's really good quality as well, and it's like really nice material.
It's nice.
And everything. Yeah,
it's better quality than I'd buy.
Fair enough.
What were you saying, man?
I just said fair enough. Like,
Fair enough.
if you can give it to somebody to reuse.
Do you
Fair
know what I think is a funny fact about World War II?
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, like while like the Brits and like the Americans and stuff were doing this like crazy stuff to like battle the Nazis and like the Japs and all the rest of it, Norway were like had like almost like quite a funny way of contributing to the war, because obviously Norway were our allies.
Yeah.
Did they not have an army or something? Like they didn't.
I don't know if it's they didn't have an army, but they did. They couldn't stand toe to toe against the Germans in terms of just like might against might in those days. In terms of the army. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say if Norwegians are peaceful. I mean, obviously they're descendants of Vikings, aren't they?
Oh yeah, maybe not then.
But
Viking.
But I know what you mean though. Like Scandinavians nowadays, I would say have a reputation of being very peaceful people.
One of the like most chill countries.
It's quite funny, isn't it? What a difference.
I really want to.
Yeah, during World War II, the Norwegian resistance, because basically they were like, what's the word I'm looking for when you're like an enemy country like basically takes over and they're sort of they're like running your country. What's the word? There's a word for it. There's a word for it, isn't it?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I can't think of it.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I get brain fart so easily; it does my head in. Anyway, when the Nazis had like taken over Norway, essentially,
occupied.
There was when the Nazis had occupied Norway. Cheers, man. The Norwegian resistance carried out clever acts of sabotage against the German forces. Some of these involved things like trying to like sneaky bomb here, sneaky bomb there, like blow up some factories and stuff like that. But some of them were like really effective but quite hilarious tactics. And their most unusual tactic aimed at disrupting U-boat operations. So in coastal towns where the German submarines docked, resistance members worked in local supply chains and would secretly lace all of the food that the Germans ate with high-strength laxatives, so that like the moment that the Germans would like go out on their U-boats to like go and try and like sink people, they would just start pooing their pants.
That's funny.
God.
That's great, isn't it? I love that. I was like thinking about that when I heard that, and I was like, it's like kind of hilarious, but at the same time, that's like legitimately effective. Like,
why
good
not
luck.
actual poison?
That's such a smart thing.
Yes, no. Do you know what, Drew? That's a good point. Do you reckon it's because it would have been too obvious then? And then, I reckon that's why. Yeah, that was a 5-second investigation in my brain. I think if they just poisoned them, it would have been one of those things like instantly that would have gone back to the Nazis, and then the Nazis would have probably just rounded up everybody in those supply chains and been like, who did it? And then even if the Norwegians
gas
didn't,
chambers.
well, they probably wouldn't send them to gas. They would just shot them all. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I think with the laxative thing, it's a bit more like you can get away with it a bit. There's a bit of a loophole, isn't it? Like, we had nothing to do with that. Honest. They must have just eaten like a slightly bad fish or
egg.
something. Yeah, they ate like a bit of a dodge. Oh yeah, they got salmonella from a dodgy egg. Nothing to do with us. But I love the idea. I love the idea that all these like Nazis are like, right, today we're going to go out on our U-boats, we're going to sink all of the ships. And then there's like half an hour later, they're like, Klaus, pass me the tissues. No, head back to the dock.
It's all over your hands.
Yeah, and apparently by doing this, by targeting the crew's health and morale, the Norwegian resistance successfully created delays, forced full-on mission cancellations, and undermined the German naval sort of ability and readiness in like the whole of the North Sea and the Atlantic.
Well, that's good.
Wow.
That's so good, isn't it?
Do it again.
Years before they produced Aha, Norwegians were already rocking. Aha. You know the band Aha?
No, I just thought you were saying like a
No, you've never heard of the band Aha?
No, I've never.
Another one. Oh dear.
You're in the zone. Yeah, I know that song.
That's actually a pretty
maybe
good
I
song.
do know them then.
Yeah, good song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear another funny story, guys?
Yeah.
It's not poo related. Sorry to say.
Boo.
In 2012, an 11-year-old boy called Liam Corcoran ran away from home, snuck into Manchester Airport, and boarded a flight to Rome without a passport, a ticket, or a luggage.
How can you sneak into an airport?
Well, I think this probably was like a perfect storms type situation. I think like 9 times out of 10, or probably more than that, the kids would have got caught by security or wouldn't have been able. But just that day, I guess, perfect set of circumstances. He managed to pass through 5 separate security checks by blending in with other families, and told passengers he was just off on an adventure.
Just off on an adventure.
So chill.
What a hilarious little lad! Imagine just landing it. Do you reckon he landed in Rome and just thought like, actually, don't really know what to do now?
Yeah, what would you do in that situation? You just kind of
because he must have just left Rome like international airport and then just been a bit like, do you know what I mean? He wouldn't. I assume he didn't have any money.
But surely you couldn't even leave the airport because you have to go for like passport control.
That's a good point, actually.
So you just there and he's like,
again.
no, I'm just
went on a flight.
I just want to go home. They kidnapped me.
I wonder where he sat on the plane. Because
True.
he didn't have a seat.
There must have been a free seat.
Yeah, there must have been a free seat, and he just found it and was like, I'm just gonna sit.
Or someone must have been like, "Oh, you're sitting in my seat," but like, yeah,
but you would say something because you're not just gonna stand up, are you?
I suppose.
Do you know what I mean? Or like,
you probably
would be an
moved
issue,
about 10 times before, like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, unless he was like last on the flight, like maybe he just was so late that he was like the last one on a flight. Like just went to the final calling and like just got on, and there was just like loads of seats free. So he was like, "Oh, I'm chill."
Yeah, maybe.
You never know.
Have you guys ever heard about how much of a like druggie Queen Victoria was?
What?
No, what?
Yeah, so Queen Victoria was really, really
Where'd
into
you
drugs.
get these stories from?
Well, I've known about the Queen Victoria for a long time, but
Which
I guess
one
just
was
whenever
really
I hear or
into
see anything.
sugarcane? Was that Queen Victoria as well?
Oh, I think that was Queen Elizabeth I.
And she used to like
Might have
chew
been.
on
Queen
raw...
Victoria might have been as well, but I know that Queen Elizabeth apparently had insanely bad teeth.
Yeah, because she used to chew on these sugar canes all the time.
And she also she also essentially, even though you can't technically become addicted to this, she also became like kind of addicted to vanilla as well, to the point because she was the first British monarch that tasted vanilla. She was the first British person in history that tasted vanilla as a flavour, and she became so obsessed with it that apparently she would get her cooks to put it in everything, but like stuff that wouldn't even make sense.
Yeah.
So say that, you know, they
vanilla
have their equivalent
chicken.
of like a yeah, literally she'd have vanilla like bread and lamb or whatever, like really weird, isn't it? But yeah, Queen Victoria, go back to Queen Victoria. Yeah, she do you want to hear her the list of drugs that she used to take every day?
Concoction.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She literally was like a crazy. It's so funny, isn't it? Because you hear about these people in history, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you think of them as these like dignified people, but actually they were just absolutely off their TITs on drugs like every day.
Just off their head.
So every day when Queen Victoria would wake up, the first thing she would do is have her morning dose of opium. In the form of laudanum. So back in those days, there was a type of opium that was sold as a painkiller, and it was called laudanum. So yeah, she would have a big dose of laudanum to kick off her day. She also used to frequently throughout the day consume sweets laced with cocaine. So throughout the day, she would have sweets that were literally, you know, the way that obviously like a lot of sweets are like coated in like...
What a legend!
Hello, you're like, literally like, what a legend. You know how like a lot of sweets are like coated in like sugar? Like say like Tang Fastics or whatever. Yeah, it would just be like coated in cocaine. Yeah. So she all day through, and then once the evening would start...
Icon.
She would then drink wine that was laced with cocaine as well.
Oh.
So she literally had wine that had like teaspoons of cocaine like mixed into the wine.
Where's she getting all this coke from?
Well, she was a freaking... At the time, you got to bear in mind that when Queen Victoria was Queen of England, we were like the most powerful nation on the planet.
Yeah, I suppose.
And we had like
British
the whole...
Empire.
You know, you hear of like the Opium Wars and like this, you know, like all of this stuff. Like the Brits
she
basically...
had her suppliers.
That whole like, you know, that whole song like Royal Britannia rules the waves. Like we really did. So like she just basically like anything she wanted from anywhere in the world, she would just have the best of it, whether it was coffee, wine, cocaine, opium. Yeah. 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 Do you remember a couple of months ago, Drew, we talked about the origins of Coca-Cola, and it was basically going on about how Coke originally just had loads of freaking cocaine in as well.
That makes sense.
And that's why it's called Coca-Cola.
Coke.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah, literally.
Like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Drew, for some reason your audio's gone a bit weird.
Yeah.
Just so you know. Yeah, you sound like you're talking to me.
Not through a microphone.
Through a telephone box, like a red telephone box. Whereas a minute ago, your audio was like really good. So I don't know what's going on there. He's going to pop out and pop back in, folks. All right. We'll carry on just talking about Queen Vic. We'll catch Drew up on anything he's missed on the old drug front in a second.
Queen Coke, should we say?
Yeah, the Queen of Coke.
Queen Nicotine.
Yeah, I don't think she actually.
No.
I don't think.
Maybe she did.
Maybe, I don't know. She was also the first woman to use chloroform when giving birth. And she said that it was delightful beyond measure, apparently.
Probably got her hooked on everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah. She just had like a really pain-free childbirth, and was just like, wow, that was delightful.
Fair enough, I want to do that again.
She was just off a nut on chloroform. What a hilarious lady.
Bet women now thank her for that, though. Like, imagine not. Oh.
Yeah, at the time, during Queen Victoria's reign, opium sales made 20% of Britain's annual revenue.
Wow.
That's quite a lot, isn't it? Oh, there he is. Look at that audio, baby. Hear that, everyone?
Back
That's
in
like,
the room.
Like butter.
Sounds like he's in our ears, just like...
Well, he is. That's fine.
Right.
What, physically?
Yeah, it sounds like he's just like you were earlier when you like jumped up behind me.
Yeah.
That scared me.
I'm surprised it took you so long to get that.
I was deep in conversation on my phone.
I crouched down behind you because I thought you would like see something in the corner of your eye and like see on the screen that then like when you didn't, I was like, yeah, I had to say something.
You just went,
Committed.
yeah.
I think I went, I'm here. Like that, yeah.
Popped up right here.
Yeah. I was also telling Imogen, Drew, that Queen Victoria was the first woman, at least in the West, to use chloroform when giving birth. When asked how her birth experience was, she said it was delightful beyond measure. Which is hilarious.
Says no one
She
ever.
was just off her freaking nut.
She was off a rocker.
Just off her rocker on chloroform, man. And I was just saying as well, during the height of her reign, opium sales made up 20% of Britain's annual revenue.
Wow.
That was just from her alone.
And a lot of it came from China, didn't it? The opium.
Yeah. There's a really good Thin Lizzy song called The Opium Wars. Moving on. Everyone's just like, all right. I
was just thinking, like, it's mad how much like industry in that has been out of like drugs and stuff and like kind of. But I suppose it's like anything. If you got something that people want enough, it could be drugs or it could be tea or whatever. Drugs
or tea in this.
Like we export a lot of tea.
Tea is technically a drug, isn't it?
Yeah, because of caffeine. Yeah, it's
Caffeine's
like chocolate is as well. Apparently,
Yeah.
according to my
Cacao.
science teacher. Cacao is the bean.
Cacao is the
Love
bean.
a bit of cacao.
Cacao is the bean.
Is it?
There's like a thing from a TV show that's going on right now that everyone says.
What
like,
TV show is it?
Billy, cacao is the bean.
What TV show is that then?
The Samurai Temporary.
Oh my God, Meg's obsessed with that. That's hilarious.
Say to her, say, Belly, cacao is the bean, and she'll
Drew,
know what it means.
Is she in the other room, Drew?
I think so. Yeah.
You should just go shout at her.
She's probably watching it because it comes out on Wednesdays.
Drew,
Yeah, so she's been super excited. She's like, "Oh, it's out today. Should I wait for you to watch it?"
That's what I do.
I've been like kind of looking in on it. One of those things that you take the piss out of, but then like you actually like start watching it as well. But
Jeremiah or Conrad?
Conrad.
Right, Drew.
Conrad.
Yeah.
Oh, what? So you watch it, so you know all about
yeah,
it.
I secretly, it's like I've seen
Jeremiah.
The bitterness of the chocolate depends
Are
on
you
the
Jeremiah
percent
or
of
Conrad?
I was at the very start. I was Conrad, and then I watched it too many times that I got in between, and I was stuck. And then I was leaning more Jeremiah, and now this season I hate Jeremiah. And
Yeah,
I'm
Jeremiah's gay.
He literally is though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He cheated on his.
Belly.
Yeah, he's just. I'm not going to spoil it actually, but he's just like.
I'm not ever going to watch it.
No, but I mean for other people, if anyone else has watched it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I don't want to spoil the new season, but Jeremiah's a bit of an idiot.
Do you know what? If I had to guess, I don't reckon the sort of people that watch this show would watch that.
Okay, Jeremiah cheated on Belly twice because he was jealous that his brother hung out with his girlfriend.
Well, that's just sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what was that quote that you said a minute ago about the bean?
Belly, cacao is the bean. The bitterness of the chocolate depends on the percentage of the cacao or something like that.
To be fair, that's quite a mouthful.
At his wedding, he was very, very, very set on having a of like a chocolate mirror glazed cake, 2-tier cake with like cacao.
I was going to say I really want Drew to just open the door and just quickly shout that at Meg to see what her reaction would be, but I think that's such a mouthful. I don't reckon you'll remember it, will you?
What, belly cacao is the bean?
Oh, that on its own, yeah. Do you reckon she'll get it from that?
Yeah, the other bit's like a.
Do you want to do that, Drew?
Or you can say, Isabel Conklin doesn't want to eat a cupcake. Who are you?
The way you said that then was so
Isabel
good.
Conklin's not
say
excited.
It was the
Who are you?
At the end. Oh my lord. Oh,
Some
God.
fun quotes.
But the thing is, if I do that, then Meg knows I've been watching it with her, so she'll just think that I'm referencing that we've been watching it together.
There's
Do you
no
know what
point
I mean?
doing that. There's no point. Yeah.
She'll just be a bit like, oh, cool, he's going to come watch it with me now.
You're like, yeah, he's
get
so
yourself
into
stuck.
it. So into it.
Get stuck in a hole.
Do you guys want to? Oh, that's what she said.
Dogs do that, don't they? When they go
cats.
What, they
into
get stuck in a
coital,
hole?
when they get it on,
When
they
they
actually
latch.
get stuck.
Oh, you're on about that?
They
I
like-
just
they
thought you meant they just get stuck in holes randomly.
No, they latch.
Oh,
They like
do that
latch
as
on.
I didn't need
Yeah.
to know
The
this.
phallus latches
Great.
to the inside of the Twinkle Cave. I was like, it started off like really medical and then just went like very like childish.
The Twinkle Cave.
The cave of Henny
Yeah, I know.
Wonders.
I was going to say the vaginal canal, but I feel like that just sounds like the phallus latches on to the inside of the vaginal
Oh,
canal.
You're
One
like
of the
two teenage
craziest-
boys.
One of the craziest facts that you ever read out on the pod is like an actual duck's penis. And the
Savage.
it's like it has to go
mental.
around this like maze.
Yeah, it's like a key.
Corkscrew like metal.
Yeah, it's really weird, and apparently it causes like the female ducks like loads of pain. It's brutal.
Sounds
I think
savage.
the good thing we're not ducks, really, isn't it? You know?
What the?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should look up duck intercourse.
I do not want to watch duck intercourse.
I didn't say watch. I haven't watched a video about it. Who do you think I am? I know. I learned about
What
it.
about the turtle?
I went to
one?
duck.
Have you seen the turtle
intercourse.
meme?
Of course we watched that. Of course we have. Drew does a great impression. Listen to that. I thought there was a tortoise in the room for a second. Yeah, it's so funny, isn't it? It's so funny, the little tortoise noises.
Oh God.
Can't
that's
make it
great.
up. Can't make it up. Do you guys want to hear a cool little supernatural story?
Yeah.
Did you know that when Winston Churchill, obviously former Prime Minister of England, stayed in the White House, he stayed in what I believe is known as the Lincoln Room, and he claimed that he saw the ghost of President Abraham Lincoln.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool. It makes sense because it's the Lincoln Room. Okay. Well, thanks for that. Thank you.
You're like, see how I put two and two together there?
Lincoln Room.
Sorry, Emma.
It was quite
Actually,
obvious.
It is actually just adds to the show there. It's like real funny. But yeah, he claimed that he saw the ghost of Abraham Lincoln.
The ghost of
And
Abraham past.
Sorry, the ghost of Abraham's past.
Yeah, it sounded like it reminded me of was that Muppets Christmas Carol or something like the ghost of Christmas
I love.
Past.
Oh, the Ghost of Christmas
I
Past.
love
Christmas
Muppet
Present.
Have you
Christmas
seen that?
Future. Yeah, so many times.
I love Muppet
I've
Christmas
watched
Carol.
all of the Christmas carols in school because I had that for GCSEs.
Did you?
So I watched
you
literally.
watch
I
one with
watched the
Patrick
normal
Stewart?
one, the real one, the musical, like the theatre one. Sorry, the Muppets one, multiple times.
Muppets one's my favourite.
Like, yeah, definitely.
So good. Michael
Yeah.
Caine's such a good actor
I used
as
to
well.
watch it all the time when I was little, anyway.
Oh, I love it.
So
The one with Patrick
Marley
Stewart.
and Marley.
Yeah. We're Marley and Marley. That's it. Yeah, we are the new Marley and Marley.
We're a choir.
Yeah. The one with Patrick Stewart's pretty good as well, but I don't think it's as good as the one with
Never
Michael
seen
Caine
that
and the
one.
Muppets.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Do you know which one I'm on about? Patrick Stewart's like the bald guy that was in Star Trek.
Yeah. I don't know. Haven't seen Star Trek, but
No.
yeah, I know.
But you might have
what
like
one you're on
seen
about.
it somewhere,
Probably.
like him in like the
Yeah.
Star Trek outfit.
I think I know
I
what one
see.
you're on about. I've watched most of them. I literally watched like a theatre performance one as well, like
Right.
through YouTube. So
Patrick Stewart's quite an iconic British actor.
yeah. Let me
Star
search
Trek
him up.
aside,
Hang
he's like bold. He's a Shakespearean actor, but he also is very famous for being Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Patrick.
Throw some
Stewart.
respect on his name.
Have you ever like watched a play
I
or
put
a piece
Stewart.
of theatre that you like?
Sorry, have I ever been to the theatre and what
Like,
I like?
I've just never been able to get into theatres or plays compared to like watching
an
like an
X-Men as well.
amazing,
Yeah.
like
Man,
Star Trek or something.
I loved watching Phantom of the Opera at the theatre.
Oh my god, he's in
I
American.
reckon you like that as well.
He's in American
Yeah.
Dad and the Emoji Movie as well.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart's a legend. He's been in loads of cool stuff.
Oh my god, if he's been in I definitely know him. He's been in Ted as well.
He was I didn't know that he was in Ted, but he's
And Bambi.
he's Professor Xavier.
And
in-
Romeo and Juliet. And The Conjuring.
Did you know that Ozzy Osbourne?
He was in The Conjuring, yeah, I know him.
Ozzy
I recognise
Osbourne's
him.
in Romeo and Juliet as well.
Nomeo
The
and
cast,
Juliet.
if you look up the cast of Romeo and Juliet, it's actually like insanely good. It's got like Ozzy Osbourne, Patrick Stewart. It's mental. It's got like there's others really good actors in it as well.
He's in Trolls World Tour as well.
Patrick Stewart is.
No, Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
I love that Ozzy just plays a little gnome in Romeo and Juliet.
And he was in Ghostbusters.
Is he?
Yeah.
I like doing them.
And Moulin Rouge. Yeah, and Trick or Treat. Yeah, that's his films. Yeah,
Cool.
all those ones,
Yeah, a
including
legend. I love Patrick
both of the Romeo and Juliets,
Is it?
like the Romeo and Juliet and Sherlock Gnomes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love Patrick Stewart. I think he's a right legend. Have you guys ever heard of the interesting story of the Texas father,
No,
George Pickering?
I
Ever
had a
heard about
teacher
that?
called Mr. Pickering.
We had a girl in our year at school called Beth Pickering.
Oh, Mr. Pickering was one of my favourite teachers. He was lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah, he helped me friend zone a boy.
He helped you friend zone a boy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I felt bad, so I asked him. I said I don't know what to say, and he said exactly what to say, and I messaged it to him, and I'm still friends with the guy
That's
now.
so funny that your teacher just told you word for word what to tell this boy you went friends with.
Yeah, and I'm still friends
That's
with him.
going
so
the
it
extra
worked.
mile, that is.
That is.
Yeah, he was great. He was lovely.
What lesson did he
He
teach?
he was drama teacher, but he was also my head of house, so I knew him through head of house. So
Is
he
that
was
basically
great.
like your head of year?
Head of house.
Not head of year. It's like everyone has like a house. So I was in Jupiter. So
We
it's
didn't,
like
we didn't have that, did
it's
we?
Was
like,
this Haygrove?
No, she went to
it's
Chiltern.
Chiltern.
Ah.
It's like houses. So like in Haygrove,
Like
don't you have
Gryffindor.
like different colour ties? Yeah, it's basically like that.
Like
yeah, in a
Gryffindor.
way, it's like
No, we
it's
did-
like
well,
a house
they-
like that.
Haygrove might be like that now, but it wasn't when we went to school.
It's so like when you like compete like for sports day and stuff like that. Like it's like house wins. It's like competition. So like a house, you got 4 different ones.
Yeah, my daughter has that in
And I
primary
was
school
in-
nowadays, and
Yeah.
but we didn't have that in secondary school,
You
did we,
have
Drew?
usually it's like
No.
Blackdown, Mendip, Polden, and all
Right.
that in primary
It's like tutor
schools, and then
groups.
it's random things in all the other ones. Mine's planets because of the whole school is like different places as different planets.
Like Saturn.
So yeah, we've got
Jupiter.
like Saturn and all that, and then like so there's like a certain amount of tutor groups in a year. There's 2 per houses, so there's 4 houses, and then each year has the same. In my one, there was only 1 Jupiter, so we were the first year to only have a singular house, singular tutor group in our year.
Hard times, man.
Yeah,
Hard
and
times.
Mr. Pickering was great.
Yeah.
Loved him so much. He was amazing. He was one of my favourite teachers.
Shout
Good
out,
lad.
Mr. Pickering. Good
Yeah.
lad. Good lad.
Yeah.
Strong relationship advice.
Yeah,
But onto this guy, George Pickering.
I knew Pickering.
Roddy Pickering! Have you ever seen that? I'm Roddy Pickering! Have you ever seen that video? It's like
No.
quite like a viral video of this guy kicking off in his car, and you can tell he like thinks he's well hard, but it's like in a really cringe-worthy sort of like
God.
British way. And the guy's just like quite almost like chill, like that's like responding to him, but he's got like a little like camera on, and he's like, and this guy starts like shouting at him, and he's like, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" And the guy's like, "No, who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Roddy Pickering!" And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "I'm Roddy freaking Pickering!" He's just like going mental, and it became like this online sensation for a while. It's like, "I'm Roddy freaking Pickering!" And it's like he was like really outraged that the guy didn't know that he was Ronnie Pickering. You know what I mean? But
Oh, Ronnie
yeah, it's just
Pickering.
quite funny.
Shout out Ronnie Pickering.
There's loads of notorious Pickerings apparently
Yeah,
for various different ways. But this
that girl in your year as well.
Beth,
Yeah,
I didn't really talk to her much. She was all right.
yeah.
She was all right. She was fine. I didn't really talk to her that much, but she was all right. Yeah.
Another great Pickering.
I do think I remember that her birthday round me was the same as mine, which is just
Oh,
a
that's
little.
cool.
Yeah, I think her birthday was 22nd.
I always
Jan.
used to get annoyed when somebody had the same birthday as me.
I know what you
because
mean.
was like, oh, it's my birthday.
I do know what you
It's
mean.
my
Yeah.
day.
My missus's younger sister's birthday is the same as mine,
Oh, I hate that.
and I just think I'm older than her, so it's mine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know anybody older than me with my birthday, so I don't have to concede.
I don't like
victory,
it when people have the
you know?
same name or birthday as me. Like anything significant to me, I hate it.
Right. There we go.
I think that's just
Stay
a
out
bit
of
of like me.
stay out of Imogen's lane, everyone. Stay out of her lane.
Know your place.
Yeah.
Know your lane.
On to George Pickering. So in January 2015, a man called George Pickering, a father from Texas, took drastic action when doctors at Tomball Regional Medical Center wrongly declared his 27-year-old son, also George Pickering Jr., brain dead after a massive stroke and planned a terminal wean to remove life support. Convinced that his son was still alive, Pickering, intoxicated and desperate, barricaded himself in his son's hospital room with a gun, leading to a tense 3-hour standoff with a SWAT team. During this time, he asked his son to squeeze his hand, and when George, his son, responded multiple times, it confirmed his father's belief that he was still alive and that he could recover. Though disarmed by his other son and eventually surrendering, Pickering's actions delayed the procedure, allowing further tests that showed signs of brain activity. George's son, George Jr., eventually made a full recovery, and while Pickering did have to serve 11 months in jail for his actions, he was later reunited with his son, and they went on to run a business together, and he did ultimately save his son's life.
Oh, that's
Wow.
So yeah, even though he had to do some bit of time for,
It was worth
barricading the room and having
cute. Yeah, but if it's saving your kid, that's
that's it.
fine.
I bet he felt so vindicated. I bet he
Yeah.
was like,
It is.
see?
It's one of those
I
things, like, you
told
can't
you.
imagine something like that. But it's like, when
Yeah.
it's your kid involved, you would do anything, Yeah, like,
Oh,
you can,
man, yeah.
Like, it sounds pretty extreme.
11
but-
months is
but it's not.
nothing.
Yeah, 100%. I would like happily have that sentence. I'd be like, 11 months, nothing, yeah.
Yeah, to save your kid's life is quite a short period.
Just
of
doesn't
time,
matter, does it?
no.
Just doesn't matter. Just think of it
I'm
as
just
an
glad he
extended
didn't get
holiday.
shot by
Yeah.
the SWAT team,
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if
Oh,
he had
yeah.
a gun in a hospital, I thought they would have just took him out.
Yeah, just like come in, just put him down.
Through the door.
Chinese people in America had quite a hard time during the Second World War
You
because
keep going back to the Second World War. I love
hey,
this.
the Second World War was interesting. A lot of American people couldn't differentiate between a Japanese person and a Chinese person.
Oh.
So Chinese
Isn't
people,
that a bit racist? What?
could you differentiate between a Chinese person and a Japanese person?
Isn't it the way that their eyes are slanted, like one's up and one's down?
Yeah, what we were always told in school was that Japanese people are like this and Chinese people are like this.
That makes sense on why my granddad says that.
I don't,
you know
think,
the song-
I don't think that's actually true. but-
Because of the like Chinese, Japanese, dirtinese. What are these? Boobies.
There was that we didn't have that.
Oh.
That sounds intriguing though. But I do remember in primary school, and please forgive me. This is what we used to do in primary school. We used to go, my mummy's Chinese, my daddy's Japanese. So what does that make me? And that's what we used to do. That's what we used to do at St George's in London. Yeah.
Oh, great.
So you start up, second one down, and then if you're like half Japanese, half Chinese, one of each, But of course,
but that's like,
that's not
I
accurate.
suppose it's like saying with if you can.
I don't
like,
think it's racist.
If you can tell the difference between like a Chinese or a Japanese person, can you tell the difference between like a British person or like
A British person.
a British
That was
person
a bit racist,
or
Scottish person.
It was like,
yeah, or
can
a
you tell
Scottish
the
person.
between a Scottish person? No, of course you
A
can't.
British or a Scottish person.
No, of course you can. But to be fair, I do think there are slightly more differences between a Chinese person and a Japanese person. But I don't think it's racist if you can't tell the difference between a Chinese person and a Japanese person. I think that's just an honest mistake.
Circumstantial.
Yeah.
Like, because to be racist towards somebody, you have to be like openly. You basically have to think that
Derogatory.
they're worse than you because of where they're from.
I suppose.
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
And as long
there's
as-
nothing like discriminating against.
I think
them.
people like make out that a lot of stuff nowadays that isn't racist is racist.
Yeah.
And like, fair enough. Like, if you think things are in bad taste, then yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think partly, that's partly up to the discretion of the individual, isn't it? That's in the eye of the beholder. Like, when does a joke become
Yeah.
inappropriate? What's the line? A lot of people think there should be no lines with jokes because otherwise it sort of defeats the whole object of comedy, because it's a bit of a buzzkill if you have to like watch what you're saying too much if you're at like a comedy show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it is why I think some of the funniest comedians are some of the most outrageous ones, because it's like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. But that's why it's sort of funny, you know?
Yeah.
But I think as long as you, in your heart of hearts, don't actually mean any ill will towards somebody. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like if you were like openly didn't like somebody because of the colour of their skin or because of where they're from, then I think that makes you racist. But if you don't, then I don't think you're racist.
like everyone with the French?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not because they're like white, is it?
No, it's because they're French.
It's because they're French.
That makes it okay then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That was sarcasm, if anyone could.
It's because of Frederic and Napoleon and.
What's that then?
And
if racism is, oh no, French is a race. No, they're not a race, are they? It's a place.
No, I wouldn't really say that you're a race.
French
It's
is
just
a
they're
race.
just a country. I mean, it's just a country.
It's a
Yeah.
nationality.
A nationality. That's the one. Imogen,
Nationality.
She's got 10 points.
For once, I got the word
10
right.
points. Jupiter. There you go.
Yeah.
Jupiter house.
Yeah, house points.
Should we start our own houses?
Yeah.
Do you want to still be Jupiter?
Yeah. Once a Jupiter, always a Jupiter.
What do you want to be, Drew? Watervole?
You got to be planets. Let's do
Heart-
planets.
No.
ones.
I reckon you should be Watervole, Drew. House Watervole.
House vol.
Because everything came with Drew comes back
Common
to the
Watervole.
common Watervole.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
What could I be? Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
House Dinosaur.
Yeah, go for it.
What
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
dinosaur though?
Pterodactyl.
That's not a dinosaur. It's a pterodactyl. There's
I
a
thought that was a dinosaur.
nope. Common misconception. So during the
Oh.
reign of the dinosaurs, you had theropod dinosaurs and sauropod dinosaurs and a couple of others as well. But you also had marine reptiles in the seas, and you had reptiles that could fly, but they weren't the reptiles that could fly were not avian. That's the word, avian reptiles. But they weren't dinosaurs. They were reptiles, but they weren't dinosaurs. So they were pterosaurs.
Okay.
You would call them pterosaurs. That's like the broad term.
Okay.
And as you know, you'd have things like pterodons. You'd also have things like Quetzalcoatlus, and there were many more.
Yeah.
But it's a common misconception. So
Okay.
don't feel silly for not knowing that, because there's lots and lots of people that think that.
Yeah.
When you hear of things like whenever you hear about like Pleurodon or Mosasaurs,
The Dinosaur Train
they think
taught me wrong.
Did it?
Yeah, Dinosaur Train, the kids' TV show I used to watch.
Do you know what? I genuinely think that's actually quite bad.
They taught me
I don't
wrong.
think that you're like even kids.
One of the main characters was a pterodactyl.
What? But they used to call him a
And
dinosaur.
it's called Dinosaur Train, so it had all the different dinosaurs on it.
Yeah, you can see why that would be misleading, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, obviously in dinosaur
My life's a
programs,
lie.
in dinosaur programs, of course, they're going to have pterosaurs and aquatic marine reptiles. The same way in like Jurassic Park they do, because they were alive at the same time.
Well, they got to tell you that they are.
I guess like if with Jurassic Park, you could get away with it because they're saying there's no actually. It's not called Dinosaur Park. It's called Jurassic Park. So it's creatures that were alive during the Jurassic.
Period,
And in that regard, that's actually completely factual that those creatures were all alive at the same time.
It could be House Kraken.
Yeah, but that's not a dinosaur.
Yeah, but you always talk about Krakens. We
Do
go
I?
the Kraken.
No, actually, I should be House Sperm Whale, shouldn't I? I'm always bigging up sperm whales.
Sperm whale.
House Sperm Whale.
Great. Yeah.
Do you know a lot about sperm whales?
Probably the
Fascinating.
average person amount.
You know the average amount about sperm whales? Man, don't worry, you're going to learn a lot about sperm whales.
I had some some whale sick or something like that in one of my perfumes, but actually the perfume smelled great.
Whale sick?
I think it was something like that. It was something weird to do with whales. And it was like as part of my perfume ingredients. And the perfume was lovely.
You sure
I can't find
like,
it anywhere.
Are you sure it wasn't like spermaceti or something like that? You're like, I beg your pardon?
What does that mean?
It's like a oily substance that whales have inside their heads.
No, I think it was whale sick. It might not have been. Now you're making me question my life.
Do you know what the perfume is?
I don't know the name of it.
You don't know the name of the perfume? Because I was going to say you could look up the ingredients.
I've been wanting to get it again, but I haven't been able to get it since.
So you can't remember what it's called?
No, I haven't been
How
able to
can you not remember the name of it? That's probably why you can't
find it. I've only ever had it once. I was like 8.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, how can you like possibly hope to find it again if you don't even know what it's called?
Because I've still got the empty bottle.
Does it not say anything on it?
Doesn't say a name on it. I just know what the bottle looks like.
If you take a picture of it and then put it into Google Images, you'll find out.
Or ChatGPT.
I don't have Google Images.
What?
I don't have Google Images.
What do you mean you don't have Google Images?
How do you put a picture into Google?
Man, I thought the kids nowadays knew their tech. If you take a picture on your phone nowadays, can't you? You can like put it into Google.
I didn't know that.
And it will just. Did you not know that?
I've never done that.
Yeah, if you don't know, like, say like, the word for something, but you have a picture of something. So I do it sometimes.
I only just found out that you can, like, when you're playing a song, you can, like, sound whatever it's called, the thing, and, like,
oh yeah, that's really
find
handy.
out what the song is.
That's
I've only
really
just figured that
function.
out.
Yeah, that's really handy, isn't it? Yeah, so I did it the other
I'm
week
behind.
because me and Evie found this really cool,
Kids and them damn phones these days.
yeah, we and Evie found this really cool, like, cricket in the garden.
Mm.
And I wanted to know exactly what type of cricket it was, so I just took a picture of it and then I uploaded it into Google Images. And then it just told me exactly what cricket was, and like,
wow,
you know whereabouts in the UK you can find them.
That's
and
crazy.
Yeah, and like like just all about their life and everything like that, what they get up to, and
Meg's got
all about
an
their life,
iPhone.
what they get up to.
She does that when she takes a picture on her phone, like of plants and stuff. Like she can click like the information button and it just comes up what plant it is and that. I always think that's pretty cool. But mine doesn't. I've got an iPhone.
Doesn't work on
yeah,
mine.
I've got an iPhone and mine doesn't do that either. But like for some reason, Meg's does.
What
it, like,
iPhone has she got? Because
like,
it might be
not
like a
the
new
newest one.
generation.
No, it's like older than mine. So it's like a few years old. But
mine's an iPhone 12. It doesn't
I think
do
hers
that.
is like a 14. I got like a 15.
Okay.
Mm.
That's
So yours
weird.
is actually newer.
Yeah,
but
and it doesn't
hers
do
seems
it.
better.
Oh,
Yeah.
technology just confuses me.
I've got an Android, so mine's nothing to do with my phones. But all I know is that if I take a picture, and then you can just if you go to Google Images or you go to Google,
Maybe it's because I don't have Google. I have
and then I think
Safari.
there's like a picture, there's like a thing in the corner. So like in the search bar, there's like a microphone, and then on the right hand side of that, there's like a picture of a camera, right?
Mine
And if you
doesn't
press the
have that.
picture of the camera,
Mine just has. But I suppose I'm on Safari.
you're not on Google. Though.
I don't have Google.
And then if you click the picture of the camera, it then says open camera. And then if you open the camera, you can go through your pictures and you can put the picture in Google, and then it'll immediately tell you all about that picture and identify all the information in it.
Oh, I've just done
so
it with my mug.
So what does it tell you about your mug, man?
Oh, it's just brought up like loads of different mugs that are like similar.
That's quite funny.
But I got a little moo mug. Look, that's how much I like milk.
Oh man, yeah, I love milk, so I get through so much milk.
Mine's trying to get me to download the Google app, but I refuse.
Why don't you like Google?
I like Chrome. That's what I always
It's not
use.
that I don't like Google. It's that
Google
I don't
Chrome's
want to
good.
have two apps that can do the same thing.
Fair enough.
So I just stick with the one that's already on my
use Chrome.
phone.
Just stick with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I use
Even
Chrome,
though I've
just
got
Google,
iPhone,
yeah.
I use Chrome.
Interesting.
I just have whatever's on my phone. It's just there.
Branch out.
Should we going back to the Chinese-Japanese thing?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's all right. That was ages ago now, isn't it? But we should probably get back to it. So yeah, to combat the fact that a lot of Chinese people were getting basically abused by Americans during the Second World War, just because Chinese people that were living in America, of course. A lot of Chinese people would walk around literally with a piece of paper stuck to their back that just said, "I'm Chinese, no Jap."
Fair enough.
But of
then,
course,
to be
no
fair,
Japanese
but make
people
them
would
feel
be in
bad.
America, would they? I can imagine.
No, I think there were. I think there were a few, man.
Were
Yeah,
they?
yeah. Because I know that some of them that were innocent, and what I mean by that was say you were a Japanese
Before
and you
the
moved.
war.
Yeah, say your family moved to America in 1910. And you obviously had nothing to do with anything like Japanese. I know that a lot of them were heavily put under surveillance, and they were treated with a lot of suspicion and that. And obviously because of everything that happened at Pearl Harbor, which was
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
an unjustified and basically out of the blue just attack
crime.
that killed American civilians. If they saw somebody they thought were Japanese in the streets, then a lot of Americans would just start hurling abuse at them and stuff. So yeah, and I know that the Japs, I think as well, not it wasn't just paranoia from the Americans. Some of the Japanese families that were living in America were actually
In on it.
basically working as double agents. So they would report stuff back to the Japanese government and stuff on behalf of
crazy.
Japan. Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, they got to be brave people to do that.
Yeah, 100%. Did you know that there was only ever been one taxidermied blue whale in the world? And obviously, because blue whales are so insanely
How can
massive,
you do that?
it's really hard to taxidermy them. But yeah, the Swedes, some Swedes managed to taxidermy an entire blue whale, and
It's taken ages.
I think you can still go and see it. It's I think it's in a museum in Gothenburg. It's in the Swedish.
Gotham City.
No, that's Batman. Gothenburg.
Liverpool's being turned into Gotham City.
Liverpool is.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Right now
What do you mean?
for the movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's going to be a Batman
haven't
movie.
seen
What
I
in
don't know if
Liverpool?
It's a Batman movie. It might. Yeah, but there's some that Liverpool's being turned into
They're
Gotham.
filming a new Batman movie
I don't know if it's a new Batman movie, but they've turned it into Gotham.
Well, if it's Gotham, it surely is, right?
Yeah, it might be something like one of the side characters though. Like,
Robin.
yeah, maybe.
Nightwing.
Maybe, or it might be like who's Clayface, something like that, because someone said something about Clayface.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Clayface is
Might-
one of the villains.
Yeah, it might be something like that. Like they did like Penguin, like the Penguin series.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something like the Clayface.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, getting back to this whale anyway. So in 1865, a giant blue whale washed ashore on the coast of Sweden, nearly 24 meters long. It stranded itself in Aspen Bay near Gothenburg. At the time, blue whales were poorly understood and rarely seen up close. Most ended up hunted for oil and bone, but this particular whale would take on a different fate. Instead of harvesting it, local naturalists decided to attempt something unprecedented, to preserve the largest animal on Earth for scientific study and public display. The skeleton was carefully removed and cleaned, while the enormous skin was treated, stretched, and mounted over a custom wooden and iron framework.
Do you reckon that's the big whale that's in the top of the Natural History Museum?
No, because that's
Skeleton.
not. No, because that's not stuffed, is it? It's not taxidermy.
No, but like the bones that they cleaned. Do you reckon that is?
I don't know, but I think that the blue whale bones that are now in the Natural History Museum, I think that we traded with a museum in America.
Oh, okay. So not.
So I think they literally did like a straight up swap between the Diplodocus skeleton that used to be in there
Yeah.
with the blue whale. And I think it was from America. But anyway,
Oh, fair.
could have been
Sorry.
originally, I guess. It may be the ones in America got it from Sweden. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the skeleton was carefully removed and cleaned, and it was put on this iron and wooden framework. The project was an extraordinary technical feat for the mid-19th century, and when it was completed, the taxidermied whale became the crown jewel of the Swedish Museum of Natural History. For decades, it was more than just a display. Visitors could actually walk inside the hollowed-out body, standing beneath the ribs of the greatest creature known to live on the planet. It became one of the museum's most unusual and beloved attractions. Tradition continued right up until the 20th century, when the practice was stopped. Can you think of why the practice might have been stopped? Can you think of why the museum stopped letting people inside the whale?
Graffitiing on the inside of the whale's body.
Not graffiti, but I mean, like, kind of along the right lines. But
Why did I just say lockdown? I just realised I just said lockdown.
lockdown.
I've seen a picture
Right.
here of
God.
them eating,
Not allowed inside
eating
whales.
dinner inside it. Like there's like
That's
a
mad,
really
isn't it?
long table and like they're all
Yeah.
having a dinner party inside the whale.
Yeah, so do you want to take a guess? Why do you think that people weren't allowed inside it anymore?
'Cause people were doing dirty things in it.
You're right.
What,
so
peeing in it?
museum
No,
staff
like
found a
other
couple
stuff.
having sex inside of it.
Not called a sperm whale for no reason.
This is a blue whale.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it became a sperm whale afterwards. Yeah, so basically, like, museum staff like stopped letting people in there because obviously it was so big. It was quite easy for like people to sneak off in there and that, and it was quite like dark. And yeah, museum staff found a couple just like freaking going at
bonking
it.
in there.
Raw dogging.
Imagine that. Like, yeah, where's the weirdest place you ever had sex? Inside of a blue
Inside
whale.
whale.
Sex inside.
That poor whale.
Yeah.
Didn't die for that, did it?
That's like double inside. Do you know what I mean? Getting inside twice. Inside
Not
the blue
only,
whale.
yeah.
And then inside again. Yeah. Inception. Yeah. Contraception.
Clearly not.
Country.
Clearly
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
opposite.
Yeah. It's a sequel to Inception.
Makes them
Contraception.
freaky.
Yeah.
What makes you freaky? Oh, a whale.
Yeah. I just love a
So
blue
weird.
whale. Yeah. To this day, the whale is still on display, but its interior is now only opened on rare occasions, such as randomly Swedish election days. On Swedish election days, the staff let it up to the public, but they are, monitored quite closely to make sure that there's no jiggy.
Oh, ruined all everyone's plans.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, ruin the day out,
Boo.
ruin the day out.
Family day.
Yeah. So yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Do you like that one?
It's cool
Yeah.
that there's a taxidermy whale. That's just like dope.
I'd quite like to see that. I
Yeah,
would quite like to see
same.
that. Yeah. Mastodons. So like mastodons were like basically like, so essentially a bit like mammoths.
No.
They lived in North America. You didn't know that?
No.
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 Yeah, so mastodons were like sort of like giant elephant-like creatures that lived in North America.
Oh, what kind of like mammoth? Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said
they were
that,
like
didn't you?
yeah,
They have
yeah,
double
yeah.
tusks.
What do you mean by double, man? So they're one each side.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a Oliphant.
Like 2 layers.
You're thinking of an Oliphant from
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
Do they have? Oh no, I'm thinking of an Oliphant. That's so good. Do they have double tusks? Oh, excuse me, I'm thinking of an Oliphant. I love that. That's so good. They're from Lord of the Rings, yeah, Oliphants. Great
Yeah,
big
I
war
wouldn't
beasts.
know.
You have to watch Lord of the Rings. Come on.
I think I might have seen them, to be fair, like
How would you not know?
through like other bits.
How would you not know? Well, Oliphants.
Yeah.
You need to watch Lord of the Rings seriously.
Oh, I don't know if it's my type of thing. Like, I've gone to watch it before, and I just like.
It's just like, look, if you like
Oh.
Harry Potter, you'll like Lord of the Rings, but it's better than Harry Potter.
Yeah, but I don't like
Less
Harry
whiny,
Potter
annoying.
as much as everyone
but
says I do.
Less whiny, annoying people, and more genuinely really cool stuff.
If he looks like how he did in that Pirates of the Caribbean.
He's got long blonde hair in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, is it him?
Yeah, Legolas, yeah.
Oh. Hey, he doesn't look good in that one.
You don't reckon?
No.
You don't reckon so?
No.
Oh, damn.
No. Not
Looks
as
like-
much as he does when he's
Looks
got
like
his
Will
like.
Turner if he joined Hanson.
Not as much.
Doom, bap, dicka, doom, bap, doom, bap, dicka. You know that song?
Another one goes over her
She
head.
doesn't know Hanson. She doesn't know Doom Bop, guys. Come
Oh
on.
God.
I thought you were going to say
You're
something. You're like, you just like,
Well,
look
I
like you're
was
going to say
just like,
something.
I don't know. I might know it. I don't know.
Doom bap, dicka, doom bap, doom bap, dicka, doom bap, doom bap, doom bap, doom. Yeah, yeah. It's the sort of thing that you would love.
Maybe I don't know.
You
I
love
might
like
know it.
you love pop songs with like cheesy boys in it. You love it. That's what it is.
Cheesy boys.
It is exactly what it is, isn't it, Drew?
Great.
Yeah,
I might know it.
yeah.
You got to play it
Yeah.
on your show.
Oh yeah, can I make a
Okay.
request?
Yeah.
It is quite a feel-good song as well. So do you reckon I can make a request to you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's
That
probably
could
in the
be my
system, I
request to you.
reckon.
Yeah, probably. Hanson, Doom Bop.
Okay.
What can we play that on Feel Good? I mean, Feel
Feel
Good.
good.
Good
well,
times.
if I knew what that was, I'd play it.
Good
on
times
there.
with Imogen Leg. That's
Yeah.
right. Can we play that on Good Times with Imogen Leg?
Yeah,
on the radio?
remind me and I'll put
next
it on.
week?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm excited
Remind
about that
me.
now. Cool. The things that you learn here, eh? Things that you
Yeah.
learn here. How do we
Yeah.
go from Mastodons to Hanson?
Well, we
Um,
started off with Japanese people, then we went to.
Yeah, but I finished.
That.
We came full circle on that story because I basically just said about how
Oh,
the
yeah, I
Chinese people had
forgot
to
that,
wear
yeah.
like a little sign on their back saying "No Jap."
Yeah.
Please, I Chinese, no Jap. But yeah, the name Mastodon actually has quite a funny name.
That's what they call me.
Mastodon.
Yeah.
You know what the name Mastodon means?
No.
It comes from the Greek word mastos. Can you guess what mast might mean in Greek?
Big.
Mast.
Master.
Boob? Did you
Big.
say? Oh no, it means boob.
Oh, boob.
So it
they
means,
call me the master.
that's it. Have you heard of like mastitis?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So mast. Mast is. Unfortunately, I've suffered from it. It was up a couple of times. But the Greek word mastos means breast, and odus means tooth. So mastodon means breast tooth, which I think is quite funny.
That's what they call me.
Breast tooth. Right, breast
No, they call me
tooth.
Mastodon.
Oh, just mastodon.
Yeah.
That would be such a hilarious nickname for you because, like, you think of mastodon, I think of like this like giant, really like strong beast.
Yeah.
That is
And
me.
You just like sort of
That is me.
you just
I,
sort of like-
I tick all the boxes.
where you just sort of like pirouette into the room like singing a One Direction song. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
In like your pink coat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
With a penguin, fluffy penguin.
Yeah, with a little fluffy penguin or something. Yeah, going on about how you don't like potatoes.
You got a fluffy
Yeah.
penguin?
I wish I did.
Oh. I
Her
thought
fa-
you-
I actually think I had a fluffy penguin.
Yeah,
Her fa-
I,
no,
thought,
well,
I thought like the Bullwinkle thing, like that was
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was your mascot, was the fluffy penguin.
I don't think it means a real one.
Oh, I thought you meant a real penguin.
No,
No.
I
Oh.
thought you had a little teddy bear that you bought in or something.
Oh no, I haven't. I haven't actually got a penguin.
But she did tell me that her favourite bird is a penguin.
Yeah.
So she likes fluffy penguins.
Ah.
Only the fluffy
They are
ones.
cool.
Yeah. You want a nice little fluffy penguin, don't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, so mastodon means breast tooth, a
Mm.
reference to the nipple-shaped cusps on its molars. To early naturalists, these odd bumps looked like rows of tiny breasts, thus giving them the name mastodon.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, when
A
you think
pro in
like
the teeth and the
mastodon,
breast.
it sounds like a big name as well. I suppose. Yeah, it's like it's onomatopoeic.
Hence
Big.
Hence why probably the
Bang.
band called themselves Mastodon, because it just sounds
Yeah.
epic.
But
Don't you think that also makes it quite?
tooth.
Yeah, that makes it quite funny, doesn't it? That the band actually are just breast tooth.
Yeah.
So do you reckon whenever like a Greek person like hears like, oh, Mastodon are playing in Greece, let's go watch breast tooth.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, that's obviously ancient Greek, not modern Greek. So I don't know. Like, do you reckon like modern Greek is similar enough to ancient Greek that they understand it a bit?
Yeah,
To be
you'd hope
fair,
so.
I forgot that Greece speak and Greek.
Sorry,
is the
what?
Same. Wait,
Sorry, what did you just say? What was
dunno.
Greek and Greece.
Same
What?
thing.
I forgot that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot that Greece and Greek are the same.
Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me right
No,
now?
I'm being serious.
Jupiter been relegated to the 3rd division.
10 points
Minus.
from.
Minus 10
Jupiter?
points, Jupiter. Minus 10 points, Team Jupiter.
I forgot that they were the same.
You forgot that Greeks and
I thought
and people
that
from
Greek was a
Greece.
place and Greece was a place.
You thought that Greek was a place.
You thought that Greece was a movie.
Do you also
Not a
think that there's a
place.
place called English? No?
I'm not that stupid. Come on. Great, thanks. No, I mean by like I mean like until recently, until like a couple months ago when it clicked in my brain
Right,
that they're two different. They're the same place.
fair enough.
Clearly, it hasn't clicked very well.
Get back to like, the whole language thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing to be fair, I mean, because in my head, I initially thought, yeah, I reckon Greeks probably understand ancient Greek. But then, you know, like, we don't understand Old English, do we? You know?
No.
You know, like, if you had, like, an English person from 1,000 years ago speaking to us now, we wouldn't understand, like, most of what they were saying. It'd all be like, oh, the dark and dear.
Oh, I thought that was like the thou art do that.
No, that's more like Shakespearean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like Shakespearean times. But that's relatively more recent. So I think I'm pretty sure we could understand people from Shakespearean times, but some of the words that they would have said would have sounded odd to us.
Yeah.
You know, because it was all like, wherefore art thou? You know,
Wherefore art thou,
but like
Romeo?
we'd understand it, but it was just we just don't talk like that.
I bite my thumb at thee.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you
rather
reckon
than,
there's like old English
Abbey.
clubs that still
Mate, that'd be pretty cool.
learn and speak old English?
Oh, there are people that are fluent in Old English. Yeah.
Ah, cool.
That's
I've
a
watched
sick thing.
I've watched YouTube videos on it. It's really cool. Really cool.
Would that be good on a
I'd
job
quite like to learn.
application?
What,
can speak
fluent
Old
in Old
English.
English?
Yeah.
I would
For all
I
those
can
translations
speak
you
multiple
need to do.
languages, but they're all English.
I would give somebody a job. I'd be more likely to give somebody a job if
Just to
Let's put it this
translate
way, if there was-
everything we were doing into old English.
Yeah. That'd be dope. If I were like two people that were like pretty much equal in everything, and I couldn't decide between the two of them, but then one of them told me
They
that
spoke
they
old
could speak.
English.
I'd be
What
like,
if-
you
What
got
if
the job.
one could speak like ancient Greek and one could speak like Old English?
Ooh.
That'd be a hard day,
That'd be
wouldn't
a
it?
toss up. That would.
That would be the neutralizer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
Just
neutralizer.
have to take both of them.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, damn it.
What a shame.
Yeah, just gonna have to. But yeah, no, I watched this really cool video, and it was about it was like a guy that was fluent in Old Norse and a guy that was fluent in Old English, and obviously it was like so. It would basically been like what the Saxons spoke when the Vikings first came over to England, and it was like a so the guy was set it up like it was a conversation between somebody speaking Old Norse and somebody speaking Old English. But it was really cool because you could see like how they could kind of understand each other. But it was like, and like to the untrained ear, it like almost sounds the same. But it was really cool, and they did it obviously with like the subtitles and everything like that, so you could understand it. And I found that really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I don't know how we went on from mastodons having nipple-shaped cusps on their molar teeth.
We have
So
some
that-
random conversations.
Yeah, but I like that. You know,
Yeah, it's good.
I like that. Yeah, shame that mastodons went extinct, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Do you
they
reckon
apparently
they'll
it was
bring
that.
back?
I reckon maybe give it a bit of time. They might, don't you think?
What was
They're
that
going to bring him
company?
back.
Like the Tasmanian
Colossal.
devil. They should
Colossal,
bring
yeah.
that back. They're cool.
Tasmanian devils aren't extinct.
I thought they were.
No,
Are they not?
no.
I thought they were. I got told that they were.
Tasmanian
Who
tigers.
told me that they were? That's what I mean.
Tasmanian tigers
yeah,
are extinct, not
that
Tasmanian
thing.
devils.
Okay, I got them mixed up.
Tasmanian
I
tigers
was thinking of Looney Tunes.
also known as the thylacine. They're bringing them back though, aren't they, as well? Colossal Labs are bringing them back from the dead.
Oh.
Not like in a zombie way.
Uh,
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, apparently mammoths had like flat, rigid molars.
oh, that
Teeth.
makes sense because they probably like grind everything.
Yeah, but surely
Like-
mastodons did as well because they had similar diets. But it's
Oh,
just quite
true.
interesting, isn't it? Quite interesting they had different.
Yeah, I wonder what elephants have.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to know, wouldn't it? If I
Would
had
they
to
have a
guess,
mix of
I reckon
both?
more like a mammoth. If I had to guess,
Yeah.
that's
Aren't
what
they
I think.
bringing mammoths back?
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
Colossal Labs are. Man,
Oh yeah, that's what you just said. Sorry.
this is a bit of a mental one. Have you heard about how those bioethicists, bioethicists as they call themselves, want ticks to infect people to stop them from eating meat? Have you heard about any of that crazy stuff?
Yeah.
Man, this is pretty mental. Yeah, this is proper crazy, right? Two medical researchers say a tick-borne meat allergy should be allowed to spread because eating meat is morally impermissible. You know what I'm trying to say? Impermissible. Sorry, there we go.
They're going to feed their dog like a plant-based diet. What?
Yeah, it's this crazy. Basically, it's like these crazy like vegan activists. But yeah, the whole idea is that we would be like biohacked by ticks. The wild idea behind what's called alpha-gal syndrome. A peer-reviewed paper titled "Beneficial Bloodsucking" was published in the Journal of Bioethics in 2025 by two bioethicists, Parker Crutchfield and Blake Hereth of Western Michigan University. In the paper, they argue that alpha-gal syndrome, otherwise known as AGS, which is a meat allergy caused by certain tick bites, could motivate people to stop eating meat if one assumes eating meat is morally wrong. They frame AGS as a moral bioenhancer, a biological condition that promotes virtue by reducing meat consumption, and claim that preventing its spread would also be wrong. Using their convergence argument, they go as far as suggesting that promoting AGS could be morally obligatory, since it doesn't violate rights and encourages more virtuous behaviour, in their eyes at least. This is a serious philosophical claim published in a reputable academic journal. So what is alpha-gal syndrome, otherwise known as AGS? AGS is an allergic reaction to the sugar molecule called alpha-gal, found in most mammal meats like beef, pork and lamb, and some other animal-derived products. It's usually triggered after a bite from certain ticks, most notably the Lone Star tick in the United States, which introduces alpha-gal into the bloodstream. Once sensitized, your immune system can react hours after eating meat, causing symptoms ranging from hives and digestive distress to even life-threatening anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis. This is a serious philosophical claim published in a reputable academic journal. Can you believe that?
Crikey mighty.
This is like bioinsanity. The idea that like somebody would actually like say that people...
We let them eat what they want to eat. Why can't they let us eat what we want to eat?
They're actually going on about like spreading like this like really harmful tick disease so that people could like
hives and like...
Oh
horrible.
man. There are some effed up people in the world, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally little freaking dictators, like little crazy little dictators. It's mental. On a more like happy note, did you hear that Cameron Diaz and Snoop Dogg went to the same high school, and apparently Snoop Dogg was Cameron Diaz's weed dealer?
Really?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, have you ever heard that before?
No, that's cool.
That's quite a cool little fact, isn't it? Yeah, both Cameron Diaz and
Look
Snoop
what
Dogg
I put my
both
name as today.
Droop Dog. That's good, man. Droop Dog.
That's funny. That's like serendipitous.
Yeah, it is quite serendipitous, yeah. Cameron Diaz and Snoop Dogg both went to Long Beach Polytechnic High School in California. Cameron Diaz in an interview recalled how Snoop Dogg was tall, lanky, and sported multiple ponytails. During a 2011 interview, she playfully suggested she might have bought weed from him back in high school. Later that same year, Snoop Dogg responded with a laugh, saying he could have sold us some white girl weed. Which he claimed was low-quality weed, full of sticks, stems, and seeds that he used to sell to white girls in school.
Great.
That is so funny. He then, in another 2019 interview, went on to claim that the story was true. Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. That's so funny that Snoop Dogg just admitted he was like, but it was like, yeah, he was just selling like wagyu weed. It's like really low quality
Not
stuff.
some of that sticky icky.
But it was a wild
funny,
night
isn't
for
it?
her as well. Like, last night was a movie.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah, when you're...
Stuff.
To be honest, he probably did her a favour because it probably just like stopped her from having too much of like a psychedelic experience or something.
Yeah.
Like, just enough to like get a bit of munchies, have a bit of a giggle.
Take the edge
Yeah.
off.
Take the edge off, but not too much to make you go mental. Almost at the end of the show, but we're going to leave it on an ominous one. Did you know that France, Canada, Mexico and Australia have now officially warned their citizens that the UK is a dangerous place to travel?
No.
Yeah, the UK has now got a travel warning from France, Canada, Mexico and Australia, yeah.
What?
It's all to do with climbing crime rates. In 2024, there were 9.6 million recorded crimes. That's a 14% jump from just the year before. And 2025 is thought, obviously it hasn't ended yet, so we haven't got the stats, but it's thought that 2025 is going to be higher again. So can you believe that?
God.
A 14% jump in just 1 year is radical. So a 14% jump from 2023 to 2024, and we're expected to have another jump this year.
That's crazy.
And it's all driven to, spikes in theft, fraud and assault. Now,
Sort yourself out, Brits.
I know. Sort yourselves out, us.
Yeah.
Because when we are Brits.
Well, no, but we're not doing anything in particular. Us, whoever's doing it.
Sure
stop.
about that, Imogen?
I swear. I've only stolen one thing in my life, and I was like a baby, and
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was stealing.
But obviously, it's the job of all different countries to evaluate the safety of their citizens when travelling to their countries, and because they basically have to react due to the crime rates that they're given and stuff like that. So foreign governments have had to take notice, and Australia, amongst others, has officially raised its travel risk level from the UK from 1 to 2, warning citizens to be extra cautious when walking around the UK, especially when it comes to theft, robbery, fraud and violence. What's troubling is the numbers are still on the rise, which, begs the question, is the UK a safe place nowadays?
No, they need to do stuff to make it safer. To be fair, it doesn't surprise me. I don't really feel safe walking about most of the time.
I feel like
I feel like I'm going to be stabbed by some 12-year-old.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like when I'm in I don't obviously go there that often, but I've been there a couple times this year, but when I go to London, I feel like I have to be extra vigilant. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I have to be extra alert. I don't really feel like it when I'm in Bristol or Bath or anything like that. I still think obviously it's good to just be on your toes, just be is there anybody in your immediate vicinity that you looks like?
It's scary when you literally can't do anything. If somebody came up trying to rob me, there's nothing I can do to get them away.
Okay.
Literally.
You could just act demented.
Just wee myself.
You should start carrying a truncheon.
Wee on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be better.
There you go.
Carry a truncheon, yeah. To pretend you're a 1920s Bobby.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know.
Do you want a truncheon, mate? I'll take you down the cobblers.
I'll be Harry Styles from My Policeman, but I'm also into men.
That was
we need the translator, man.
That was a very we need Bullwinkle to be
I don't think he'd be able to translate it either.
Oh, I probably would. He wears a man bag. God bless you, Bullwinkle. God bless you. But what we said, I think it's good to when you're in cities or wherever you are, just to be aware of your surroundings. But I feel extra when I'm in London. I feel just proper scan around me. Is there anybody that looks mental? Are you not? I've been, I feel like I went through quite a stage where I didn't go there for a few years. But this year I've been to London, let me think.
I haven't been to London for ages.
I think twice. I went to stay with our friend Lisa and Nick. Nick, the Mexican Drew, that isn't a Mexican.
Oh, wow.
That's actually half Danish, half Indian, but according to Drew, he's in. We went to stay with them a few months ago, and I feel like I've been several times. I went to see Clannad.
Oh yeah,
the Clannad's last ever show at the Royal Albert Hall. That was freaking dope. For some reason, I feel like I've been.
I haven't been since 2022 or 3 when I went to see Harry Styles.
Yeah.
In Wembley.
Yeah.
Is
that the only reason you'd go there to watch Harry Styles?
I want to go there to go to the Natural History Museum so I can get measured, so I can see what animal height I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Orangutan?
No. I'll be like giraffe.
A very small giraffe?
No, big giraffe.
You want to be a big giraffe?
I am a big
Giraffes
giraffe.
are the tallest land mammals.
Well, so am I.
You're the tallest land mammal.
Yeah.
I reckon you could
That was before I came
I reckon
along.
if you were a voice actor in a program like Madagascar, a film like Madagascar, you could play a giraffe.
Could I?
Yeah.
What would you close your eyes right now and just hear my voice? Would I be a giraffe, or what animal would I be?
Giraffe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A giraffe.
Yeah,
A
giraffe.
giraffe. Okay.
Like a dopey giraffe.
I'm down for that. A dopey giraffe, thanks.
Oh.
Like almost
I'll
like
take
a
that.
playful giraffe.
Yeah, like
Okay,
a
yeah, I
happy,
get
playful giraffe. A
Yeah.
happy, playful giraffe.
Okay,
yeah.
I get them.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, like a female Eddie Murphy character sort of thing. You know
Yeah.
how Eddie Murphy always plays like, they're quite like lovable but like quite silly characters.
Yeah.
You'd be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love literally. How do we get on from like how the UK's dangerous
London.
nowadays? Yeah. To like
Just talking about
giraffes.
how
Oh
we
yeah,
go
because
on
you wanted to go to the
topical.
Natural History Museum.
Yeah.
I think I told you guys,
Madame
didn't I?
Tussauds.
That when I went to the Natural History Museum, we had to get like evacuated because there was a
Yes, yeah.
potential like freaking like bomb scare or terrorist attack or something. Did I tell you about that, Drew?
Nah, man.
Yeah. So
Must
literally,
have been the week he wasn't there.
in the Natural History Museum, the alarm went off, and then all of the staff were like, you could tell that they were like, when you someone trying to act calm, but you can tell they're freaking. They were like, this isn't a drill. Make way to the exits, like as soon as you can. And mate, some of the people in there, man, were going hysterical. Like people were like running and screaming towards the doors and that. Bear in mind, I had Evie there. We were there with Emily and Lisa and Nick. So like, you know what I mean? You have to like obviously stay calm for them. But at the same time, I was thinking like, man, you're in the big smoke. Like you don't know if today is the day when like some terrorists decide they're going to blow up the Natural History Museum, because like, obviously there's thousands of people in there at a time, so it'd be a good place to do it. And also there's like a lot of
Well, don't say that. That's That's scary.
yeah, but you know what I mean?
That'd be a good place
No,
to do
from their
it.
point of view, and also there's a lot of like it's about science. The building's about science, and there's a lot of like Western stuff in there about stuff that was brought by brought over there by the British Empire.
Oh yeah,
so
quote unquote stolen.
if you hated, say, the British Empire, you hated the idea of science, anything like that, because maybe you were like an extremist religious person, then it's a good place to target. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So obviously I was like staying real calm, but at the same time, trying to like look after Em and Evie and Lisa and stuff. Not Nick. No, but no, I don't mean that. But you know what I mean? It's like, but Nick's really cool and like chill guy. So we just basically put Em and Evie and Lisa in the front, and I was sort of like, guiding them through the crowd, because there were like a lot of people that were like freaking out and going hysterical and that. But it was like where there was just like the exits, there were just like hundreds and hundreds of people, if not thousands, piled sort of around each exit. And obviously, because there's only like the doors are only so big, so we were sort of making our way through the crowds. And then we got outside, and there was a big sense of relief once we got outside. And then I found a security guard. I went up to him and I was like, "What's going on, man?" And he was like, and you could tell he'd basically been informed not to really like tell anybody anything. So I was like, "Oh, what's going on, man?" And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, routine drill." And I was thinking, "Nah, this ain't a routine drill. This ain't a routine drill, is it?" And I was like, "Well, should we just leave or what?" And we were like pretty gutted, because we'd only been there for about 20 minutes at that stage, and you want a good couple of hours, you know what I mean, in a place like that. And he was like, "Just give us a minute." He was like, just sort of like, there was like this area where they basically told everyone to stand until they sorted it out. He was like, "Nah, just like stay around here." And he was like, we'll like give an update like in as soon as we can. But he was like, "Nah, routine drill." And then it's impossible to know exactly obviously what happened. But about 25 minutes later, they started letting people back in again. And then when I was walking in again, I found a different security guard, and I was like, "Oh, what's happened then?" And then the thing is, it's hard to know if like it's hard to know if they were just like told to say, or if this guy was just like thinking on the fly. But he was just like, like a fire alarm went off, but like I don't know. I almost got the impression that it was like a little white lie, like he was like saying a fib. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So like maybe there was somebody in there acting dodgy or something that was bad enough to cause an evacuation, but they'd obviously taken care of it and handled it or something. I don't know. But either way, it was a bit mental. It was like minorly stressful. I'm not going to lie, and I could tell that Emily had like started like, when someone's a bit like it gets a bit like that. I could tell she was bringing out a little bit.
Hyperventilating.
Yeah. And I was like proper looking around me like the whole time when we were like making our way to the exit and stuff, because I was like thinking, someone gonna like kind of running up behind me with like a freaking suicide vest on or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, God.
But yeah, that was a bit eventful.
That's crazy.
That was like, yeah. And the thing is as well, I think as well, if you live in like a fairly rural part of the UK like we do, both of us, regardless of whether you're in Shropshire or we're in Somerset, like both still rural areas, a lot of countryside and fields and stuff, and like relatively speaking, like a lot of woodland and stuff. And so I think you hear horror stories, really, don't you, about the big cities and stuff. So yeah, I think
getting a lot worse.
Yeah, so in my head I was like, "Oh, here we go, come to frickin' London, here we bloody go." Like I was like thinking that, yeah. But yeah, crazy. It's quite disconcerting, isn't it? Really, to think that like because I think it's easy to be, like the word apathy is the one I'd use. Like, it's easy to display apathy, I think, when you're a British citizen, because display apathy towards just like what's going on, because everything happens so gradually. You're maybe not taking as much notice of it as you should do, and I feel like a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are like, no, everything's fine,
and all of a sudden
don't worry about
really
it.
different.
Oh yeah, exactly. But I think when you hear that like foreign people are basically now being like warned, like Australian people,
It's like bad than us.
yeah, like growing up, I would at least, and maybe this was like completely unfair assumption, but like growing up, I would have always thought that, like, say, Mexico was a much more dangerous place than the UK. And I was like, like Mexicans are like warned when they're coming here.
It's a bit embarrassing for us.
It is
isn't
embarrassing.
It? It's like, what are we doing? Like, why have we let ourselves get to
like
this
those
point
phone things.
countries
in the
are being
cities now.
warned to not come here?
Yeah, there these
man?
like lanes,
phone
like
things?
these warning lanes, all the way down, like in the central parts of London and that are like,
really?
Don't have your phone, like, and it says something about like, because all these people that hoon it past on scooters, on bikes and that.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, man. No, he's back. Yay!
I'm hitting with the crappy microphone
Thought we'd never
again.
know.
No, it's good. It's good.
Oh, cool.
Mike's good.
You
were saying people,
and they have these lanes, and people like whom pass on the scooters and the bikes and that, and like nick people's phones, and there's no repercussions from it. Like no phones get. The police can't ever get the phones back from the people. So there's just more incentive to do it. So like so much happening in London at the moment of these like people stealing phones.
Apparently the police have stopped looking into people stealing bikes now as well. So if your bike gets stolen, they just won't look into it. It's like, what the hell?
They never really did anyway.
And also, why do we pay all this money, like council tax and like all the other stuff we pay for?
It's not a deterrent at all, is it? So that's just more of a, we're just going to nick loads more stuff because there's no, we're not going to get caught.
They're not doing anything to stop people stealing. They're doing it to like entice people into.
Well, of course, yeah. It's like it's almost like basically saying it's almost making it seem okay because if there's no consequence for your bad action, then you're just then people that are morally. Not moral, essentially. That are going to just be like, okay, well, we'll just do it. Yeah. I've heard the same thing with shoplifting. Apparently, shoplifting is just not
anything under £200.
It's not like there's no like follow up like investigation now. It's just like, oh well, it's awful, isn't it? Yeah,
it's crazy, and it's. Can you see why there's loads more crime happening and things like that?
Bit of a bum, innit? Bummer.
Man, this country needs a big change. This country needs a big change.
For the better, not for the worse.
Well, yeah, of course. Imagine if I meant for the worst.
Yeah.
This country needs a big change.
I'm just telling those bad people out there.
Plot twist for the worst.
Bad people out there, change for the better.
Yeah, Imo's told you. Yeah.
That's our TED Talk.
We'll leave it on that ominous note for this week. Maybe next week, should we talk about Ed Gein? Do you know about Ed Gein?
No.
He made lampskins out of human skin.
Lampshades?
Lampshades out of human skin.
Lampskins out of human skin.
He also made a bed out of human bones. That he slept in every night.
That's gross.
And he had body parts in jars on his walls.
That's grim.
You'd love it. Imogen, you love serial killers, don't you?
Yeah, but that's a bit gross.
Apparently Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on him.
Yeah.
You heard about that?
Yeah, Leatherface thing was based. Yeah, I've watched a bit of that. I went to watch it on an aeroplane and I got too scared and I turned it off. My mum looked at me and was like, "What the hell are you watching?" And
to be fair, it's quite a traumatizing.
Yeah, I got like 20 minutes in and I was like, ah.
That's one of the movies that I did watch when I was younger. That after it finished, I was a bit like, "Oh bloody hell!" Like,
I don't like Saw either.
I'm not bothered by Saw, but I think
don't like the gruesome.
There's something so demented and dark about and so like psychotic about Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I feel like. It just, I don't know, I think it's just quite heavy. Like afterwards, you almost feel like you want to watch like a comedy or something just to balance your bit out.
I do that anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
I always watch like a SpongeBob movie.
Yeah. We'll leave it there anyway because we've gone over. But
Nan won't be happy.
Oh, sorry, Diane. Sorry, Diane. We can't help it. We just chat for England here sometimes. So many stuff to cover.
She knows I talk for the whole country.
Yeah. I feel like your inputs this week have been especially hilarious as well.
They're a bit random, aren't they? I just realised that this week.
No, it's good.
I say random stuff.
It's good. You're like, there's a really good podcast I like called Bad Friends. Oh, we talked about. You said you knew what I was on about. It's where Bobby Lee and Andrew. Yeah. Do you know that they ever have that female like co-host sometimes, and her name's Rudy?
No.
I think it's Rudy. You're like our Rudy.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, you literally are. It's like exactly the same dynamic. It's just like every now and again Rudy will say something really funny, and they're like, "What?"
That's exactly how it is here.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, you've been listening to Pandora's Box. Thanks for chilling with us. If you don't already, please go give us a follow on like Instagram and YouTube and Spotify and TikTok and all that good stuff. We'll be back again next week. As I said, a little sneak preview. Next week we'll dive into, we'll do a deep dive into the crazy world of Ed Gein. Maybe bring some little like supernatural tales as well, because we haven't done them in a while and they're always like so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a good one, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Cheerio for now.
Take it cheesy.
Oh, should we do a redneck special next week as well?
Oh,
Do you reckon?
yeah. Why not?
Love doing a redneck special.
I'm not going to be able to do this very well.
Can you do a redneck voice accent?
Howdy.
Yes, done.
That's it.
Oh, you know, I always said that. What was Bullwinkle's redneck character name? Can you remember? Cletus Jackson.
Yeah.
Cletus Jackson. Yeah. So, and you know, he was always the third son of my cousin Delilah, my second cousin Delilah. You can be Delilah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Delilah.
It's me, Delilah.
Yeah.
Right. See you later, guys.